Hello folks, welcome back to the stream. We've got some more CD this week, round 2 of the lower bracket, and it's still eliminations, it's still best of 5. So you might also notice a bit of a change from the usual layout I have, specifically this thing over here. This is what I was trying to set up yesterday. This was that Google Speech Translator extension, so I think I've got it working. The translation is not good, guys. I'm going to put that up front. The translation's kind of bad, but that's okay. It's better than nothing. And we can laugh at how bad some of the translations are going to be. Hey, Ray. Hello. How you doing, buddy? How's life? I can't believe they're popping these out. Like, literally they had less than 24 hours to make this particular, what do you call these things? Trailers? I don't know what you call them. That's really cool, though. They get the Kaboom Stella one. He was okay? Okay, it's not bad. Okay, it's not bad. You know, we take those. Yeah. Actually, it's not. Yeah, the translation's not amazing, but it's good enough. Like, I get what she's saying, which I think is the important part. Talking about the rematch between Kaboom and Stella. Yeah, because they met once in the regular season, and regular season is now best of 3. Then they met in the first round of playoffs, where Kaboom dominated Stella in the laning phase. Here Gaming is still a thing. And now they're meeting for the first time at best of 5. I'm going to be honest, I don't think a best of 5 necessarily favors Stella. I think Kaboom has a lot of unique, odd, weird champions that they can kind of go on. So, let's see sort of what they've played, because if I recall correctly, Kaboom has some odd picks that they can use. Yeah, you can see just here the amount of different champions he's played, unique champs. He's got the Yorick, he's got the Gallo, he's got the Nidalee, Fiora, Spicy. Wiz has less champions just because he joined partway through the split. But you can see that he's got Trundle, for example, a weird unique pick. Pocket pick, so that's not going to be an issue. How is nothing too crazy, but even, well, I guess Karma is kind of weird and odd. It's a wide enough pool. Skuro's probably got, Skuro and Reaper probably have the smallest pools, but then again, that's just the meta right now, it feels like. Those are probably the two most stable lanes. The fact that I'm seeing a Lulu, Nami, Nico is already a good thing as far as I'm concerned for Reaper, because it means you're not stuck with just engaged champions. Stella, on the other hand, you can see, okay, just contrast this. The fact that Kaboom goes onto a second line, and then Stella's is just all one line. Now, Cello specifically has played more unique champions. I think Mukio has played more unique champions in the jungle as well. But again, nothing too crazy from Mukio. Wildest pick is probably like Poppy Jungle, and that's not very wild. Oops. I'm gonna go back. I went forward instead. Yeah, and again, Wiz only played part of the league, so. Yeah. Mid lane probably has the biggest sort of champ pool, but we've seen Aethusa versus House before in CB LoL. That did not end well for Ahuza, so I don't know. I'm feeling best of 5 kind of favors Kaboom a little bit here in this particular matchup. But the biggest and first question that needs to be answered in the first place is just, can Stella survive the laning phase? If they can, I really want to see them be able to play out mid-game against Kaboom. I think if that happens, there's a chance. Yeah, and this week is only 2 games, yesterday and today. Next week, there is a... Next week? Yeah. Wait, hold up. 27. Yeah. Next week it's 3 days though. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that'll be more fun. Renegade's Miracle Run. I hope so, man. I am down for it. Okay. Yeah, good. Stella did their research. They're banning the Trundle against Wiz and the Nidalee against Herrit. But if you're banning the Trundle, yeah, then they first pick Sejuani. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I like that a lot. And we've seen priority shift away from top lane, so Stella can get Rumble if they want. So just Talia Pantheon here. That was kind of what the new meta was becoming.
E já selecionou essa Thalia, que a gente estava até conversando em off, né, André? Ela é muito importante pro time da Kabum.
Não, extremamente importante, né? A gente já falou várias vezes sobre como
Jace, okay.
dela, né? Que é um pouco daquela faca de 2 legumes.
I don't feel like Jace is particularly great into Rumble. Like, he still wins, but I actually think Rumble probably handles that lane better than a lot of other top laners.
Tamo junto.
True, it is Herrit's Jace though. Yeah. Very, very lane dominant. And I feel like that's one of the problems for Stella, right? Like, you've got to ban the Nidalee, and then Herrit still has Jace, Yorick as well. Like, if he just wants to smash lane and then kind of do his own thing. Ooh, interesting. We're putting the Ahri into the Talia here. I said before, I'm not a huge fan of that. But, like, it's not terrible for the Ahri, you just don't want to interact with the Talia as well.
começa a zedar.
E eu acho que, naturalmente, vindo do House, ele já é um cara muito proativo com essa Thalia. Eu acho que ele é um dos melhores jogadores de Thalia que a gente tem aqui no circuitão. Acho que é algo
right. Banning Trundle feels weird, but I kind of get the Trundle ban if you want Sejuani here, right? You're just trying to make sure that you can play your tank safely. Okay, they go for Yorick into Jace. We've seen this sort of be one of the matchups that people start running. I do think it's a skill-based matchup. If you can dodge the Yorick ghoul thingy, then you'll win as Jace, but if you can't, then you lose, right? It's very conditional. Jace can very quickly pop the sort of Yorick cage though. Yeah, this is kind of what I was expecting, the Pantheon, because you already just picked the Sedge here, so yeah, I think this is really good for Kaboom. Already double globals plus winning lanes. That's really terrifying. And now both teams are just looking for bot lanes. Stella needs more damage, a lot more damage. Either that or they need something that can just smash the bot lane. Lucian's already off the table, so I'm not sure if you have sort of a smash lane option here. Varus is also off the table. You could still go things like Draven potentially if you just want to kill lane bot. I don't know if Cello is really a Draven player though. The alternative is you go for like hyperscaling and they can carry. Because you have a Sejuani and Yorick. Yorick's not going to contribute a lot in team fights, but he's still a body that can stand in front of you. Sidge is really good at creating the space, so you could go like Lulu Jinx here. Yeah, I feel like Stella tunneled a little bit too hard on the Sejuani, and then now things kind of got wonky for them because Kaboom plays their own different way, right? Like, you're not just banning team fights, right? You have to ban sort of individual strong champions.
Ah, tá. Não, só pra ter certeza que esse é o nome correto, né?
Então, eu acabei...
Yeah, the translation is struggling with some of the names, I think. I was trying to see what they're saying, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, Senna was another scaling pick. You can also go Smolder. The reason why I say Jinx over the other two is just range. Because I think if you have short range, like Sivir, you're going to be in trouble. Smolder's got enough range, I think you could play it safely. Yeah, today Pantheon. What are we doing? Hello, Skuro? This comp is terrible for Misfortune. If Kaboom's picking the Misfortune here, you're either picking it for early laning strength, which I already think is kind of sus,
Ou uma malemolência.
Kalista. This side should answer the Kalista. Now that the Misfortune showed on the other
A
side.
gente vê que também é uma campeã que pode sinergizar muito bem em termos de controle de área, aplicar todo esse dano aqui. E acho que é até interessante aqui o banimento.
Yeah, I hate this Misfortune right now. Like, there's no setup for it at all. Even if you pick, like, Rakan, Rel, or whatever, it's still it's still only one piece of setup. I really loathe it. Ooh, Stella wants the Ash Braum. Okay. I mean, Ash Braum's a good answer into the Misfortune. I just don't know. Wait, you gotta, no, it's gotta be Braum here. You're trolling if you pick anything else. Stella's like hard trolling to pick anything but Braum.
Talvez até desse Yorick, né? A gente tava olhando, obviamente a gente tem muito material desses dois times que eles já jogaram duas vezes.
Okay.
Agora é o terceiro confronto, mas então fica isso, né? A gente fica fazendo algumas comparações. Da última vez que rolou Jace,
Freaking Stella trolling me, man.
Que rolou Jace no time da Kabum, a resposta foi aquele Sion.
I was genuinely like, no way we're doing this right now.
Norte,
No way we're not picking the Braum here.
Eles usam também bastante.
Yeah, this Misfortune's useless. I don't know why we handicapped Skuro for no reason here.
E também aqueles bans ali que a gente comentou de alguns dos campeões que a Kabum usou pra vencer indicam que talvez a Stella pensou assim, gente.
Yeah, the support, as long as Kaboom's got some sort of support that can engage, that's fine. Beyond that, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, okay. Oh, I forgot the screenshot.
Indicam que talvez a Stella pensou assim, gente, vamos pegar tudo aquilo ali que aconteceu, vamos estudar bastante, vamos fazer diferente. Então, pelo que eu entendi, é isso. Eles observaram, viram que alguns desses problemas seriam essa Nidalee, esse Trundle, etc. E estão chegando com um plano pra tentar mudar um pouco do que aconteceu naquela partida anterior. Então fica aquela sensação.
Oh, because my screen's smaller, that's why. I was like, why is this?
Eles estão na vantagem e tal, mas a quantidade de coisa que a Stella deve ter aprendido pra chegar
nessa
aqui é impressionante.
I kind of feel like both teams troll dropped a little bit with how this kind of went. Because Stella's dropped in isolation is actually not bad. I think the Freljord composition, the Freljord buff plus Ari is actually very playable. So, not a terrible drop, not the strongest of drops, but not terrible. It's actually pretty good. And then you buy space where you're to split push. Like with Ashe, Ari, you've got pretty good wave clear. With Sedge, Braum, Ashe, you've got a lot of space to kind of control, engage, and disengage. So it's actually a pretty good composition. I'll give this a 3.5 out of 5. I would actually have given this a 4 out of 5, except for Kaboom's composition and what they picked it into, right? Like, Talia, Jace, Pantheon means that this comp doesn't work anymore. Kaboom drop, yeah, Kaboom drop is a solo queue composition, 100%. But this part is actually really good into what Stella want to do, because Jace can win against Yorick. Yorick is technically a counter pick, but it is a skill matchup, and then you... If it's a 1v1, you actually win. But the problem is it's not a 1v1. There's Talia, Pantheon, and they're going to be perma-ganking that Yorick topside. So, hidden jungle running too. Yeah, actually though, that's really true. Because that's how this comp needs to run, right? Talia, Pantheon, they just gank your sidelines like crazy. So the first 3 picks on Kaboom are really, really good, and it actually messes up what Stella wants to do with this. But the last 2 picks are super troll. Like Misfortune with no setup when Braum's on the table, that was just trolling. I do not understand why they do this. Yeah, so now the Misfortune lane probably doesn't even win the 2v2, and it's not going to help much help later. So this part of the comp was like 4 out of 5. This part of the comp is like 1 out of 5, or like 2 out of... Nah, it's pretty bad. 1.5 out of 5. So if we average that, 5.5 divided by 2. 2.25? Nah. I'll say this one probably for me is like a 2.5. I don't like the comp, but I do think... Dude, every time Kaboom IDL plays, they've got these freaking...
Uma coisa que é complicada aqui,
Ranger in... What does that mean?
Eu não gostei só do last pick, mas assim, o Gold é o Gold, ele sabe o que faz. Não, eu acho que a pior das coisas que pode ser assim é eu no máximo Minerva dar uma risada aí.
Okay.
I'm
gonna guess that tweet is basically making fun of Ranger's drafting, saying that he's got some weird, crazy drafts. Yeah. Again, I actually do think that this comp does actually fit Kaboom's style very well, though. And I do think it plays on their strength. I just think they put Skuro and Reaper in a very awkward position. But, yeah. So I don't like the comp, but I do think it fits the team. And I think Kaboom will be fine. Or
Depois de
yeah.
você, depois de
então
você.
tá bom.
Ah, caraca.
If
cara,
Kaboom
olha,
play like they
cara,
normally do,
prevenido
they'll be
já.
fine.
É por isso que o item é a malemolência.
posso ir aí? Eu não quero ficar aqui no merecer, entendeu?
Mas você
A
entendeu?
situação de tensão aqui, eu tô
Não,
na
você vai
trincheira.
participar. Você entendeu por que o item é a malemolência? Ele tem esse jogo de cintura. Ele...
I'm trying to see if they said
Pessoal,
anything about the
libera ele pra
tweet,
dança daqui
which I
a
can
pouco.
actually
Eu não
understand.
faço-
Eu tô totalmente na dúvida do que eu respondo aqui agora, porque eu só tenho a perder, rapaziada. Mas, tudo
Mas
bem.
ó, voltando um pouquinho pra esses Pix e Buzz que a gente teve. Você comentou
I do
sobre
think
esse
it's interesting though.
vagabundo
Professor was
que
talking about the
eles
Alistar
estavam.
pick for Kaboom.
É que não tem muita opção
That-
também. Eu senti que eles tiveram que
I actually
ter
don't think the
um
Alistar should be
mas eu acho
primary
que
engage. I think their
dentre as
engage should
opções
actually
era o
probably
que
be
tinha.
the
Eu
globals
acho que
coming in.
realmente era o que tinha.
And then Alistar goes
Só que
into
eu acho que
confusion
é
to
um
create
jogo
space for
que
them.
seria- naturalmente vai ser difícil
It's
pro
very
Reaper
finicky
jogar.
though. Like
E acho que
the
quando você
the
tem
margin of error is
que
very
é um
small
pouco
for this
mais
composition.
complexo de encaixar nessa
But if they get a
competição,
hit,
acho que
the
um
potential
cenário
dive and
que
pick
eu
and siege
consegui
power of
facilmente
this composition is
ser
pretty strong.
muito punido aqui por
Like
conta do
Talia,
SLI.
Talia Jace, pardon me, have good sieging. A lot of it will just come down top lane. Can Zeka survive here?
E o House vão jogar, que eu acho que são os grandes
Which is
motores
Kaboom style,
deles
right?
aqui,
Here at gaming,
realmente
that's all
vai
this
se
is.
engrenar pra fazer o jogo acontecer. Eles têm que ser os irmãos que eles parecem ser pra conseguir fazer esse jogo acontecer, porque se eles não conseguirem, aqui eu já cravo um a 0 Stellar.
Que é isso que eu ia comentar, né? Uma
House
coisa que
will
eu ia até perguntar era sobre essa questão da presença global que a gente
Oh,
falou.
I
no
assume.
início.
Okay, House
Talvez
is probably
uma
House, I'm
passagem pra
guessing.
eles por mid late game um pouquinho mais profícuo,
I don't know what
vamos
Moises
dizer
is.
assim, seja exatamente isso, ter um pouco desse protagonismo funcionando. A gente já falou do House, agora a gente vai repetir sobre como vai ser um papel importante aí pro próprio Whis, e vamos ficar de olho como é que vai chegar para entrar na
Oh,
Teamfight.
another
né?
random tweet.
É, de outro
Meu
lado,
Deus, olha o
né?
que tá aí na tela pra vocês, gente. Toda
Caraca.
a malemolência do
This is
nosso
VCT though.
André Canedo, que ama se fantasiar de saci às vezes.
Era água. Nesse copo é água. Só pra deixar
Why is his
claro pra
glasses
galera.
like that, man?
Um
Bro looks drunk.
abraço pra nossa Xuxa. Vocês acham que só time de LoL tem Xuxa?
That's
Aqui na Riot também
hilarious.
tem.
É.
E
Foi um dia,
quebrando
foi um dia.
tudo, tá?
É,
dia.
não, fica ligado também, que
sim.
ali atrás tem um Scooby-Doo dançando também, é maravilhoso.
Ah, é maravilhoso.
É.
Maravilhoso.
It's water in this glass. It's water just to make
Mas
it clear,
sabe como
guys.
ele tem, gente? Ele fica falando que ele não tem, ele tem. Ele tem a malemolência, ele faz esse item.
I just love that, like the broadcast, like trying to make sure that.
Esquece isso aí,
Quando,
né?
quando ele tava um pouco
It's
mais
not alcohol,
acelerado,
guys.
ele
He's not
tava
Ele
drunk.
faz, aquele ali não é o passo mais clássico do
Oh,
André,
did
tá?
this break?
Tem outro.
Tem?
É, tem.
Ah, tem esse, né?
É.
Oh, it broke.
É o mata-barato, é o
A gente
mata-barato.
tem conhecimento, a gente tem esse
Wait,
conhecimento.
I'm gonna have to like refresh
Aqui
this
a gente
thing.
não critica só
Oh,
o last tipo
is
de
it working
lado
again?
vermelho, não. A gente tem
Obrigado,
conhecimento.
valeu a galera aí que tipo nunca deixa esse vídeo morrer.
Yeah, it's
que é
working again,
maravilhoso.
okay.
Mas
Just
lembrando,
broke
é
for a while.
água naquele
The
copo,
translator might
cara.
break from time to time. I don't know. I've not used
Tá tudo
this.
bem,
Nada,
tá tudo
nada,
bem.
é.
Pra mim
Before.
tá tudo bem.
É porque
Eu
eu
queria
posso
realmente
dizer-
ter- eu queria ter
I
o seu
installed it in the
modelo.
past to try and
Vou
figure out
sair, eu
interviews,
fui
but it didn't
chamado
work,
de
and I just kind of
saci
left it. And then
saci sexy,
yesterday I was like trying to
entendeu?
poke around to figure out how to
Já
work.
fui chamado de saci
I'll make it
dançarino,
work, yeah.
que é o
A
de
nossa
boa.
Xuxa ali tava certa
Não, é
também.
impressionante, maravilhoso.
A nossa
realmente.
Xuxa ali tava
É
maravilhosa.
outro
também.
nível, outro nível.
Vocês aí de casa, eu adoro falar
Hmm,
isso. Contem
weird. I
pra
wonder if
gente
there's like some
no
sort of
hashtag
pause or
Circuito,
something
o que é
before the start of the
melhor?
game.
Saci sexy,
Usually
saci
we're faster to get into
dançarino.
game. Oh
Podia-
well.
se a Tabata
You know what?
tivesse aqui,
That's
ela podia
fine.
fazer uma enquete.
É.
I need
Isso aí, mas aí
to
eu
do
só
my
gostaria com o André,
LT
só
fantasy
pode
Eu
anyways.
fiquei bêbado porque era água.
Like I said,
Eu-
I think
eu
top
tô
lane for me is
tentando
just
fazer um
Robo, and then
vídeo
everything
com
else
uma
is going to be
dessas
100
campeões
Thieves,
de
if I can
Europa.
afford them.
É incrível.
I should be able to
Ela
afford them. I
tá
think
falando-
FlyQuest is still the most
Ghost,
expensive team,
tô
so.
tomando
A
Ghost.
fama quando
Eu tô
sobe a
tentando-
cabeça.
Yeah, exactly. Do the fantasy.
Tipo, aparece assim, com
Wait.
medo, eu falo assim, nossa, que
Okay,
massa
Robo's
isso
really
aí,
hard to
mas
predict what he
agora
plays
realmente-
because he does a lot of random things.
Caramba.
I suspect
Olha ela.
we're gonna see more
Invocada no hashtag
Renekton
Circuito,
and
estou
Olaf.
presente em
I feel like
espírito
he's
na transmissão de hoje,
kinda
vendo
devolving
Yorick.
back into
Esse
that
sorriso
again.
não é falso nunca. Não tem
Não.
como esse sorriso ser falso. É
Não.
muita
É o
felicidade.
Maybe
mesmo
Rumble?
sorriso que ela deu quando ela apareceu, quando o Yorick foi picado pela primeira vez.
Exatamente,
E ela
cara.
invadiu o
Up against IE.
Ela tava
Yeah, I know
descendo.
we'll
E eu
probably get
mesmo
Rumble.
olhando pra
I
cima
think
aqui, ó.
Rumble's probably a safe bet.
Ela adora, ela adora. Mas a gente sabe que você gosta
Like
desse
the,
Yorick.
I think the only way
E
we
eu-
don't
e
see
por
a
mais,
Robo
eu
Rumble
acho
is
que ela
if
tá envolvida nesse
IE
reaparecimento
take it
dele,
away.
tá?
Sério,
Plummet?
Vamos fazer a CPI do
Plummet,
Yorick.
which I think is
dela.
possible,
Podia
but
ter.
yeah.
Se tivesse, ela ia estar
Um,
envolvida.
A Lágula
Man, Karuka and Tatu not playing this week. Boo.
Eu acho que é a única suspeita que eu
100
tenho.
Thieves,
Ela é a
100
Virgínia da
Thieves.
CPI do Yorick, então, né?
Where
É,
is
pode ser
River?
que sim, né?
River's.
Pessoal, rápido informe aqui pra vocês.
Ah,
a gente
there we
tá
go.
com
There's
um
River.
um rápido probleminha
What
aqui, a
has
gente já
River
tá
been
resolvendo,
playing?
Tá, tudo que tá acontecendo. O pessoal tá de casa, vocês sabem
Roleplay
disso.
Trundle.
Mas
Oh yeah,
já tá
he
sendo
played Trundle.
resolvido e em
Disguised.
breve teremos o primeiro jogo. É só pra criar mistério.
The problem, okay, he's played a lot on
deixar
Neferi,
lá
but I
pra
don't think we're gonna see Neferi from
Inclusive,
River.
hoje mais cedo, Daniels, streamer da
ele.
Kabum, fez um post falando
Because Neferi fell
que
off, so
ele
we're actually banning
sacrificaria
against
as
him. I
sobrancelhas
always think
dele
people
por
will
essa
message
vitória da
Champs,
Kabum.
you know.
Ué,
Well, I guess for Renekton right now doesn't feel that impactful. So I guess people have just been leaving it open. I think the Jax for sure, like the Jax 100% needs to be banned. That's why I'm like banning it. Or why I'm not doing it. You think River will be on Vi?
Absolutamente nada, né? Tem essa também, vamos com calma.
É 50-50.
Mas a gente tem que entrar aqui num consenso de que seria a mesma coisa que eu tivesse
True.
contra você.
I think Vi would not be a bad pick here.
Por
For
que
sure.
vocês transformam tudo em tão pessoal assim, gente?
Por quê?
Essa é a graça da
Part of me
vida.
feels Pantheon.
Os ataques não tem
Pantheon
nenhum...
Vi?
Não tem nenhum
The Fusion and Pantheon are too high priority to know who's gonna pick. Yeah, that's the thing,
A
right?
nossa conversa do WhatsApp é
You're
o
right.
inteiro,
Na
velho.
verdade é bem pior, mas tudo bem.
Ah, mas aí a gente deixa
Se
abaixo,
você
né?
visse
Yeah, I don't like Vi though. So to me, it's like I always forget about her because I don't really like her.
O pior é que bateu uma curiosidade tremenda aqui agora, mas também...
You know what, Ray?
Eu não sei se
You're top of the table right now, so if you say Vi, I believe you, man.
Mas eu só quero te fazer uma pergunta, porque tem que saber...
Number one LTA in LTA South.
Ou ele vai
Predictor right now.
sacrificar
Não,
para
se
vencer.
vencer, não.
Sheesh,
Se
quit it.
vencer, o Daniels prometeu
Expensive,
rapar a
bro.
sobrancelha de novo.
Aí é
porque
fácil,
já...
ele tem que rapar sobre
Damn, he's more expensive than a quad right now. Holy crap.
Não, eu acho
Senão
que você
não
tá
funciona.
complicando.
Não, eu tô só
Não, mas,
realmente
ó,
querendo
Faz
ver
isso
muito
não,
esse
já
jogo.
fizeram, eu já joguei com um jogador aí, com o Klaus
Victor,
já,
Victor,
e ele
alright.
mandou o corte do Ronaldo lá de 2002 e a gente
I
perdeu por
think
causa
we might
daquilo.
see a Silas
Foi
from
por causa
him.
daquilo.
Foi por causa
Mas
daquilo.
você sabe
This
qual
week.
é a história desse corte de cabelo de 2002?
Like, I think Ari will definitely be played in the series. I just don't know.
Que ele
You don't know
fez
which
pra
tank-
que todo mundo
tank
parasse
champ you
de
picked for him.
falar sobre a lesão que
There's
ele
only
teve.
two tanks right now, right? Sign and Ornn.
E
Those are
aí,
the only
O
two
Ronaldo
in
chegando
meta,
no
right?
Klaus, imaginei o Klaus
Não,
chegando
calma.
no servidor aqui assim, ai meu Deus do céu, ninguém pode ver que eu tô sem joelho, deixa eu fazer aqui.
FBI?
Não, calma, o Ronaldo.
Ah, tá.
Aí ele fez o corte de
Tu tá-
cabelo.
Wait,
ligado
Red
que
is up
a galera que tá
against-
assistindo aqui nem viu essa Copa, né?
Não, mas é que eu
Cade.
assisti um vídeo
Okay, yeah, that's not
recentemente,
gonna
eu
end well.
chorei assistindo.
I was thinking for a second, like,
Muito icônico.
Brunty is pretty good. Do I
E
want
aí ele
Brunty? But
fez
no,
o
no,
corte de
not
cabelo
into
pra que as
Morteus. That
pessoas
one's a
da
bit
mídia
risky.
falassem do corte de cabelo
I think Morteus has
horroroso
been
e
quietly
não
putting up
falassem da
some
lesão
monster
do joelho, que
numbers.
foi muito feio, porque ninguém acreditava que ele ia voltar a jogar, inclusive. Tipo, foi milagre.
Ooh,
Porque o joelho dele
FBI.
virou assim, foi babado.
Como é que o jeito dele fez? Ele não tinha essa malha.
Did we just see
Eu acho
Misfortune?
que não. Acho que até demais, né? Ele tinha outras coisas, né?
Grandes conhecimentos. Hashtag circuitão aí, então, pra vocês.
Or
aí
does
de
B-Boy
casa.
take Misfortune? If B-Boy
Quem
picks
é que
Misfortune,
vocês sacrificariam por essa
they're kinda
vitória da
screwed
Kabum
anyways,
ou
no?
pela vitória da Estelar? Conta pra gente, a gente quer saber. E Ilha das Lendas, aqui ó.
yeah,
Ó,
B-Boy has gone
não
back to
hoje.
like
Aqui, ó,
Kane
já
B-Boy,
não
where
hoje,
he's not
não
a big
hoje,
carry
não.
anymore. Like
Cadê a promessa de vocês?
he can do decently. He will not be the reason why you lose the game, but he will not be the reason why you win the game. I feel like right now.
Porque vocês já rasparam esse cabelo
Not.
há pouco
Por
tempo.
menos, por menos.
Also
Por
wrong,
menos.
Khan.
Por muito menos.
Então vamos lá, é o time de vocês agora, galera. Eu quero ver aí a marca de headset na cabeça do Minerva
I
de novo.
kind of want him to play Rel, not gonna lie.
Vamos desenrolar a promessa aí.
You know what? I think, yeah, Rel.
Não tá?
É, eu acho que sempre
Screw
bom.
it. Give me
E
Rel
eu
Misfortune.
sou
That's a good
Culpar o
combo.
Gold, culpar o Gold, mas e a promessa? E a magia?
I'll let Fakers the reason.
Eu sou mais
Yeah, so
radical,
I agree. I think
entendeu?
Palafox is probably the biggest detriment on that Shopify Rebellion roster
É
currently.
um sacrifício, pô. O cara
But-
tem que sacrificar alguma coisa.
Então, tem que ser desse jeito. Tem que fazer achando que
Wait,
vai vencer
hold
e
up.
perder.
Why
pra
is
ficar pior ainda.
FBI? Why is FBI's jersey
Entendeu? Mas eu
different?
vou virar e falar assim, gente, se acontecer
Bro
tal
was like
coisa, eu
confusing
raspo o
me.
cabelo, aí complica.
I looked at this was thinking, I was like, wait, I picked
Cara, que
100 Thieves plus Robo, no?
essas pessoas, né, André?
Oh.
Sacanagem.
Mas é isso que eu
Pô,
tô
tá de
falando.
sacanagem.
Put
Eu
Rel
acho
for
que
weeks
eu vou
because she
rapar a
thought it's a good
cabeça.
pick. Yeah, I don't know why like people aren't picking her. She's good.
Calma, gostaria muito, né? Mas
She's
eu
really
gostaria
blitting
que
good right
parecesse uma
now.
bola de bilhar, mas ainda
Oh,
não tô
I
nessa
don't have
situação.
Leakpedia
Só que eu
shortcut
acho que
here?
você tem que fazer
Weird.
antes, tem que fazer o sacrifício
Weird
antes.
chat.
Olha ele aí, ó.
Olha lá, ó, tá aí, ó. Tá
Yeah,
aí.
there must be some
Mano,
sort of
certo,
technical
os
issue right
boys
now.
fizeram comeback pela Lauer e ser campeão.
Okay. Let me see. I want to go translate this tweet. Wait, actually, I should just go Twitter, shouldn't I? And then look up this person's name. And then, and then Twitter has a translate thing function. So Daniel's Marcon. Wait, I think did I meet this guy yet? I don't know. Translate tweet. If Kabum makes a comeback to reload, it was sacrificed that eyebrows again. I don't know. They make it sound like Kabum's expected to lose this against Stella.
Vai ter que raspar as duas de qualquer jeito.
That's a disguise station. Daniel said he will shave his eyebrows.
Você fala
If
que
they
é
make the lower run, though, they have to beat Lowe's
essa
first, which
daí
is
é
kind
a
of tough.
run
And
que a
then
Kabum tem que fazer
the academy
pra
rosters
passar,
look
galera.
really strong right now, like head and shoulders low.
É bem
Yeah,
longa essa
exactly.
run, porque a gente tá vendo aqui. Eles vão ter que enfrentar
What was I gonna do?
Estelar,
Yeah, I was gonna
depois
check the
descendo a Estelar,
split 2
tem que
playoffs
enfrentar a Luz, e depois tem
for
que
North and
enfrentar
South and see if there's a
o
better
perdedor
matchup.
do confronto de Red
Don't double
contra
check.
VKS, e a gente
Okay,
tá
because I think Loud
Red,
IE,
VKS e Loud
like I think
estão muito próximas
this
aí,
one is probably the
times
closest one on
praticamente
paper. I'm actually not sure who wins. I
são
think
as
Loud
melhores
should
equipes
win,
do campeonato
but
agora.
IE's gotten better.
Inclusive, o confronto
This one I
que
think
vem,
Katestar should
vai
win
dar
unless
falar
they
aí, porque
completely
a gente
screw the
quer ver
bag.
esse Red
That's it. I'm
VKS
just hesitant on
também,
how
e aí
well
sabe
they'll
que tá
score. Like I don't know who will do
Não,
well
chega
on this
aí,
roster
cara.
because
Então,
Desama's got
parando pra pensar
low-key
aqui,
screwed
ele
by
vai ficar
Kissy
sem
in
sobrancelha,
the
mas
Furia
vai ficar
series.
feliz, porque porque o time dele vai ter
And
passado por
then
uma pedreira.
Morteus,
Realmente, a gente
Trimby
tá
are up
falando
against
dos
freaking
jogos
Brunsey,
bem mais,
Jojo,
mas a gente vê
Brunsey,
cara,
Jojo of all
não
bot
Vamos
lanes.
levantar um
tem
ponto
como.
aqui.
And that's a
Hoje é
really,
uma
oh sorry,
série.
Brunsey Frosty, pardon me,
Depois, se
of all bot
ganhar,
lanes, and that's a
vamos
really
fazer
strong
outra
mechanical
série,
bot lane.
duas sobrancelhas.
So,
Aí tem mais
Não, não,
uma.
mas é metadinha, metadinha.
Não.
like I think I think he will win. I just don't know how many points they'll pick up, right? And FNB versus Bull is a concern for me. I think Bull got bodied by Gigo, and I think he'll get bodied by FNB. So, like I think Cade will win, but I think the game's gonna be scrappy in a way that I cannot predict. Like this is a gamble. If people want a lot of points and they're willing to gamble, pick this series because I think the winner will end up with like a. There is a chance that the winner will end up with a crap ton of points,
Careca.
especially if Cade wins. I'm just not willing to gamble right now.
Ele fica careca.
Or well, not true. I'm willing to gamble up to a certain extent because 100 Thieves is a bit of a gamble too. The 100 Thieves lost the friggin' Shopify Rebellion, man.
Você tem a propriedade, né?
Ah, com certeza, né?
É porque dá pra ver, porque o cabelo dele
The last time 100 Thieves and Shopify Rebellion met up, 100 Thieves lost. So because of that,
O cabelo dele é longo,
Yeah.
mas é
Mas é porque ele cortou, né?
É porque ele é
Antes
estiloso,
antes
ele
ele
TL versus
tinha
Dig is heavily TL favored. I was thinking about picking TL, but then
Deixa maneiro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Por quê?
FNB and Bull are chokers. You didn't put any of them in fantasy. Robo can be clutch. Yeah, I think Robo this split has been putting up good numbers. His stats have been good, so I'm willing to take a risk on Robo. Because I don't even think it's that risky actually. Like even when he loses, his numbers are actually pretty decent still.
Não, Legião Urbana não ia não.
Like he doesn't go into the negatives. Like because he went negative.
Eles tocavam um Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden.
That cracked me up.
Tinha um Iron Maiden.
Wait, was it
Posso
Kissy?
falar de novo?
Actually, let me double check. I don't want to
Vocês aí.
Ah, tá.
defame Kissy here.
Vocês
Yeah, it was
aí.
Kissy
Quer
against,
que eu mande pela
in
hashtag
game one.
Circuitão?
When like
Você é?
Ray,
Não,
you
não,
posted the
brincadeira.
picture
Você
of
é do rock?
the snapshot of
A gente quer saber.
LT Fantasy where he
Eu
was like
sou.
negative
Eu sou.
0.89.
Você sabe que eu sou.
Você é do rock?
Yeah, that was kind of rough, man. Not gonna lie. Yeah, no, I don't think Robo has posted negative numbers yet.
Tá
So
aí, ó. 5 da manhã aqui e já tem hashtag
actually, did he explain
Circuitão.
why there's a
Vambora.
pause right
E
now?
terras nipônicas, é isso mesmo? Ó, é isso lá, ó.
Eu acho que é no
Show
Japão.
de
Japão, é
Japão?
Japão, pô.
Eu
Japão,
acho que é no
pô.
Japão.
Conta
Bro,
pra gente. Nossa,
I'm on the same
international.
page as the broadcast. Man.
5 da madrugada.
Internationals, tá?
E ainda tem ali o Pokémonstra ali também de bobeirinha, né?
Como,
Okay, no,
como
they didn't say anything
é
about the pause.
bom dia
Yeah.
aí em Japão.
See, that's the other thing that's good about this is I can see if like they talk about pause or anything.
Eu não sei,
Yeah.
eu
Ou
não
é
sei.
o Raio?
O cara
Não falo nem
dança.
português.
Não,
Yes,
o
yeah,
Onichi é
that's the
o
big question mark for me.
que é bom
Yeah, I
dia.
feel like TL Dig should actually be like the
O
should
cara
be
dança,
heavily
o cara
TL favored.
Manda no japonês, tudo.
I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of scared. Recency bias is real, man. After watching DKS last week and after watching TL last week, like Dig and C9 are not comparable. TL is way better than Dig. I'm just scared. Like I think Yon actually should score like a crap ton of points.
Grande resposta, Daniels.
You know what? Maybe I go Yon.
E eu falei que o cabelo dele é bonito. Aí eu elogiei o cabelo dele, falei que é todo sedoso, bonito. Agora eu retiro o
Aí
cabelo.
Mas é
Hey,
que ele
Arxen.
já tinha comentado na sobrancelha. Ah, agora
Hello,
não é mais
friends.
bonito, agora não me
Não,
elogio
agora
mais.
How is life? How are you doing, buddy?
É que raspar a cabeça é...
Yeah, okay, I'm changing this to Yon.
Ah, mas tu tá cabeludo já agora.
I know Yon had a bad week last week, but I think against Dignitas, against this bot lane,
É, não. É natural igual o suco de fermento.
he should stomp Tomo
Pô, tá legal.
Isles.
Para.
He should.
Pô, caraca, nada a ver, velho.
É que esse elogio me ganha.
Surely he
Tá
stomps.
Falou
maneiríssimo,
do
pô.
cabelo do homem, filho. Já era. Já era,
Right.
Não tem como, não tem como.
But
Eu sempre sou a favor.
FBI
A autoestima vai lá no
Okay,
alto.
so the reason why I'm picking 100 Thieves as well is because I think this will be a
Por mais que
bloodier
eu seja o cara que
series.
abraçou a careca, eu
Like I think
sou-
100 Thieves will
Sabe
score
o
more
que o Daniels
points.
fez com esse tweet?
O quê?
Um grande mousse.
You put Yon
Ah,
too.
o mousse, né?
Fez um grande
Que a
gol.
gente já descobriu aqui, baseado na hashtag, que pode ser melhor.
Aí eu não
Pô,
vou nem
mas
falar
aí eu
nada.
não vou
Depois
falar
Was his
Olha o
last week?
Negueiro, ó.
He
Corte do
posted.
Ronaldo
Ooh,
perdeu.
those are some sexy numbers
Você que tem
against
que ler o
this
tweet,
guys.
porque
But it's
pra
against
mim
this
é complicado
guys.
isso aqui.
Drake Hero fez o corte do Ronaldo.
Ah,
e perdeu a
this is
final
so
pra Campos
troll.
Esportes também. Então, mais uma vez.
Oh, yeah, what did Yon
Não, não,
do?
não. E o Mano Diogo ali também, ele tá com o cabelo também legal, hein? Tá ali meio alaranjado,
Yeah, here's my
né?
problem. Like
Esse
when
aqui
he
é bom,
gets
é
good
um
number,
é
when he
um
puts
side,
numbers, he
Daniels.
gets really nice numbers.
Pinta o cabelo de laranja, Daniels. Pronto, acabou.
Like his
Aí
pop-up
você
potential
continua
is
com
so
esse cabelo
damn
lindo e
high.
sedoso, ainda vai fazer o sacrifício.
Like
Nossa,
40,
agora o cabaré tem
49.49. Holy
Minha
crap!
participação aqui tá feita.
Ou acho que o.
But just
acho
this
que o
guys, he
problema do
absolutely
cabelo
crushed it
laranja,
too.
quando eles botam ele fica amarelo, meio que aquele água de salsicha, não fica?
Que estiloso
Não,
também.
não, aí não é laranja, aí é ruivo, né? Aí é o meu local de
But
fala.
then,
Já ficou
Eu-
com
I
água
mean,
de salsicha
100 Thieves
aqui.
did really well against
Ah, o meu
Que
Dignitas.
salsicha é essa que fica amarela,
Água
cara?
de salsicha.
Água de salsicha.
Não, mas água de salsicha não é amarela, é meio...
É sim, você não comeu
Amarelo?
salsicha,
Água de salsicha é meio assim, ó.
Okay, I'm gonna keep FBI because okay, here's my
não?
thinking,
Ah, é meio
right?
amarelo pra lá do
100
gato,
Thieves
é.
on
É que,
average
assim,
is a bloodier
amarelo é a
team,
sua camiseta.
I think.
É.
Actually,
Que já é
you
um
know what?
amarelo meio de
We can check this. I don't know why I'm just not checking their stats.
Amare- Isso aqui é o quê?
But my gut says that
Ah, tá. Eu vi.
100 Thieves was a lot
Não, a
bloodier.
gente tá falando que a salsicha fica laranja.
Vocês me confundiram, vocês me confundiram.
Tá vendo, gente?
Let's
Essa
check
chave
KD.
inferior que promete eliminação já
Actually, that's the wrong
começa
thing. I
cheia
don't want
de
KD. I
emoção,
want
que nem a gente tá
kills,
conseguindo
average
entender mais
kills.
o que
Ah, tá eliminando nossos neurônios.
Yeah, 100 Thieves is way higher
É,
than.
esse que é o grande
Pior que eu tô procurando outra coisa amarela.
Oh, not really.
também,
They're about the same,
sei
actually.
lá.
Never mind.
Não, mas é amarela.
É
como
É
eu
amarelo,
falei.
amarelo, é
amarelo,
amarelo, é amarelo.
É que ele só é um pouquinho mais claro, fica meio creme, né? Mas é amarelo.
É,
Ó, mais twist pra vocês.
Okay, so Yon might actually
meu
be
trio de marcos com
a better
no
pickup.
circuitão hoje.
What
É,
about
André,
bot
ele
lane?
tomou uma
This
indireta.
I know this is regular season, but
Tomou uma
I can't pull like the entire
Treinar,
season.
Mas
So.
eu tô indo todo dia.
Ó,
Ontem eu fiz
bisnaguinha
meia hora de
dela.
cargo.
Yon
A sorte
FBI,
dele é
they're
que eu
pretty
tô-
close.
Se eu mostro meu bíceps aqui da transmissão.
Yon has more
você
average
sabe.
kills though.
Pessoal, só reforçando mais uma vez, então a gente tá com alguns probleminhas técnicos, mas já estamos resolvendo. pra
I
gente
guess.
ir pra
Okay,
essa
who do I think is
primeira
gonna throw harder,
partida
Dig or
dessa
100 Thieves?
série.
Oh, what the
Segunda
Fogoda
série
say?
dessa chave inferior, que assim, já prometeu, já entregou muito ontem, com aquele 3-0 da Estelar, que como você falou, podia
she's talking about her
acontecer,
hair?
mas talvez a gente não tava tão
Is she gonna shave
preparado
as
pra
well?
isso. Mas é rapidinho, 3 minutinhos, a gente já tá indo pro jogo.
Pois é, e
Or no,
você
I think
tá
it
todo
stopped
mundo
working for a
animado, eu acho
bit.
que eu também tô bem animado,
Oh,
porque...
she's showing her guns.
Depois de tudo que aconteceu aqui, se você falar que você não tá animado,
Pois é, né? Pois é, vai
ó,
acabar
soube
complicando.
que tem mais resposta do Daniels pra você.
Oh, que beleza.
Tá bom, você já tá indo na ponta pra
Ele,
você já ler.
não, ele me jogou pra Deus.
I feel like
eu
Rafael
falei
and,
uma coisa, fiz um
Fogoda
comentário,
are really
ele
funny.
me responde.
Tá,
I-
pode ler.
Like all their hosting stuff
Acabou o esporte,
looks
foi
really
campeão
interesting.
do
So I'm
circuito,
kind of sad that I
eu
don't
fui e Rafa,
understand what
Ah,
to say
que ele
most of the
trucou.
time.
Ele trucou. Ele
Não,
foi nos
aqui, ó.
dois.
Holy crap! This pause is
Então,
going
vai
really,
bater
really
palma.
long.
Não, não,
pra-
nesse momento a gente não pode
My
falar
shoot's been
mais
on for
nada do
like
Daniels,
three-
ele
three-
simplesmente
30 minutes
matou,
now.
Ganhou a gente, deu all-in e agora a gente já era.
Yeah.
Pois é, não, eu acho que foi
Average
perfeito,
deaths.
E acho que
Não.
vai... Não, é sem tirar nem botar.
FBI
Ele fez
is
perfeito,
higher
ele
than
gabaritou, gabaritou.
So basically on paper,
Mas e
Yon's
se
just a
pintar
better pickup all
laranja, Vai
round.
pintar
Ih,
mesmo
lá
ou
vem.
vai ser spray?
Ou será que uma mecha?
Ah, gente.
Não.
Eu acho que daí pra frente o cara
And
vai
I
raspar
do
a
believe
sobrancelha
Spawn is
e
gonna
tirar
crack the
a
whip.
do cabelo do jeito que ele quiser. Entendeu? Tipo, eu não vou cobrar isso. Tamo
Aquele spray,
junto, né?
aquele
Andrezão,
Ooh.
se chegassem pra você e falassem assim, raspa a sobrancelha agora e ganha 10 milhões de reais.
Achei que você ia falar pra eu
Shaden.
pintar o cabelo.
Não,
Ok.
não, tá de sacanagem. Eu não sou dessas.
10 reais?
10 milhões de reais pra raspar a duas sobrancelhas.
Meu irmão, eu vou crescer a sobrancelha nova aqui.
Well, this is really, really
Já
tough,
tô
actually.
raspando?
Do I wanna go this
Sem
bot lane?
sacanagem nenhuma,
Milhões?
Dependendo do lanche que você me
I mean,
ofereceu,
this
já
bot
tô
lane,
com a
Yon,
maquininha
Core
na mão.
JJ. Do I believe in Core JJ?
Ai, eu também.
Você não
Por que que eu
rasparia a
tô
amiga
rindo?
por
That's
R$1.000?
just Core JJ's
Por
numbers.
bem menos.
Vou ficar parecendo o Voldemort? Talvez.
I mean,
mas-
Cada uma se
When
vai
they're
deixar
winning, it looks really good.
Já
When they're
tava bom
losing, he
demais.
looks really
Ai, que
trash.
os boletos da patroa são diferenciados.
Pesado, é pesado.
Ai, como vocês são. Tudo mentira. tô
Up
ficando sem
against
graça,
Dig.
porque eu não tenho tudo isso não. Mas ó,
Kinda average
estamos
against Dig.
chegando pra esse primeiro confronto. Menos
And
de
let's compare that to
minuto aqui
Ayla.
pra esse primeiro jogo da série de Estelar contra Cabo.
Ooh.
Como a gente
Oh,
já
wait, that was
falou,
against
vale a
Flag West,
vida,
never mind.
ganhou
That's
aqui,
dumb.
continua nos playoffs, perdeu, tá fora e agora tá valendo a sobrancelha e o cabelo do Daniels. Ilha
Against
das Lendas, eu
Shopify, it
vou
was
falar
kind
de
of hit or
novo.
miss. I
Vocês
don't
tão
know,
prevendo?
man.
Eu acho que ninguém lá vai querer fazer a sobrancelha, porque ninguém tem a coragem.
eu
That was
cabelo
ultimate for a
laranjinha.
4 fun
Agora,
cost.
um
That's
cabelo
true, yeah.
laranjinha, fica
They've always been
irado.
definitely more chill, for sure.
Legal,
On
legal.
Imagina o Taizão com o cabelo laranja.
Academy or Circuito.
Ah, ele já foi.
But
né?
even in
Foi
like the
colorido.
LTA South or CB LOL, like I mean, Fogoda and Rafaela are both on that
Não,
one
ele
too.
descoloria, mas...
So, in fact, Rafael doesn't even do CD.
Não, mas ele tinha o cabelo descolorido.
Yeah, I always thought it just looks really fun.
É, pois é,
I think LTA North sometimes is a
Ele
bit
sempre foi
stuffy.
da
I think
galera do
this
K-pop
the
também, a
last
galera curtia
2
muito
years, so
isso.
2024 and this year so
Ok.
far, I think LTA North is doing a fantastic job.
por
I think
causa do
Mark Z
histórico,
coming
porque
in
você
as
conhecia.
commish
Ah,
has helped a
não,
lot
mas
with
é
the
que
broadcast.
É que foi muito...
So.
Quando eu joguei com o Tai foi 2015.
Ele também já descoloriu o cabelo.
Props to North, they're finally learning.
Já-
Hey, we're
Aí,
finally
olha
gonna get in
quem tá na tela
game.
aqui, foguete, quem tá na tela aqui é o jogo. Não precisa
Yeah,
falar
that's the
do cabelo
problem, right?
mais.
Like the LTA North has lost so
Vamos
much viewership
falar,
already
então,
that
do primeiro jogo
it's
dessa
a
série
uphill
MD5
task
de
trying to
Cabo
get back into
Estelar
it, but
contra
you know what?
Cabo.
At least they're starting to do the right thing. Better late than never,
Na
right?
tela, André, vai daí porque
Hopefully.
finalmente chegou a hora do jogo.
Hopefully, fingers
Tá
crossed.
valendo tudo, tá valendo vaga, tá valendo a vida.
I love both my
tá
LTA
valendo a
regions.
sobrancelha do Daniels e quiçá mais coisas ainda, dependendo do que a gente vai acompanhar.
Okay.
Que acontece no Twitter, quem vai prometer o quê? De um lado tem a Estelar,
I'm
que vem
strapped in
chegando,
and ready
tentando
for
varrer a
Here
parte
at
de
Gaming.
baixo da tabela, e
LEC
acaba
LEC
que
broadcast is
o
super fun.
também não quer deixar o campeonato ir embora por
Yeah,
aqui.
I think when
Eles
LEC
querem
rebranded,
classificar
it was like
e pra
peak fun,
conseguir
and
fazer
then
isso,
I still think they do a
vão
pretty good
precisar
job now.
vencer 3 jogos por aqui.
Pois é, e a gente tá vendo aqui já com as imagens de Summoner
My
Wars,
personal
Summoner
problem
Wars.
with the
E
LEC
olha
is
só,
more
então
that
já tá
I think the
dando pipa lá,
broadcast is
então
really good, but I
a
think
gente
the
tá vendo
teams
que o
are
jogo
kind of
vai ser bem animado
hit or
aqui.
miss to
Enquanto a
watch
gente tá vendo
sometimes.
que a Estelar já começou com uma movimentação um pouco mais agressiva nessa
like
fase
I
inferior,
genuinely
jogando
think the
de pressão,
South is more.
enquanto o Cristelo ponto pra lá,
He followed a few splits onto gauge. Yeah.
O Celo vai pra cima, utiliza o fantasma, mas o escuro muito
Yeah,
bem.
I still think the LEC broadcast is still good. It's just that the teams I don't particularly care for. Like the games, the way they play, don't interest me that much. They feel very random and not in a like the LTA South randomness is more fun to me. So like I'd rather watch LTA South. Like I mean, obviously that's why I cast this. Like people can say, oh, the quality in CBLOL is like crap or whatever, but it's like it's fun to watch. You know, the stories are really good. The LEC stories are like kind of lame now. And I mean, the LCS like a couple of years ago was not that fun to watch either. That one I mostly watched because I am North American at the end of the day. So yeah, but recently LTA North has gone way better. Like the teams as well, not just the broadcast. But I do love what they're doing with the broadcast now. That's the attack misfortune. Okay. That's kind of odd. I think Screw's playing just for lane dominance. He's picking misfortune for early lane strength. So we'll see if the bullet time ends up being useful. LEC two narratives, either G2 Stomp and their International Hope or G2 are bad. Yeah, because the entire league for LEC is basically G2. In a way, it's worse than the TSM meta back when North America was just sending pretty much like TSM almost every year. Because we still had C9 to contest, we still had TL, CLG rivalry came back at the weirdest times, so yeah. And it wasn't always TSM, but LEC is always freaking G2, man. TSM. I was pretty unhappy how TSM left the league. I was always more of a CLG fan personally, but Hotshot GG was really weird towards the end. I didn't really like Reggie, but I liked the Bjergsen. Like, I followed TSM partially because they were the best team, and then also because Bjergsen. But I preferred CLG. Yeah. Yeah, actually, because I mean, Pain is like the TSM of the South, except that Pain actually cares more about its fan base. Oh, here's playing this really well. This is why I don't really believe that Yorick is a true counter to Jace. You can see how the Jace plays, right? Just pop your W when the cage comes up around you and you can shred it really quickly. Same thing, because Jace can just auto attack minions, he can kill the ghouls faster. Ghouls have reduced damage from AoE spells, but on single target spells, it's still very effective. So. Oh no, champs don't care about counters. Is Hirit? Hirit's not a one trick though. Like Hirit has quite a few champs he does really well on. I do think the Jace is more than just lane strength here though. Like I said, I think the siege strength from the Jace to Leah can be very good. Getting counter jungle. Bit of a vertical jungle coming through. Unfortunately, no gank opportunity for Wiz here onto Zekas. Hirit shoving him in too hard. Jace is his best? Oh, okay. Is Jace the most played champion actually? I still have it open. I closed it. Hold on. Oh, okay. It's the second most played champion this year, with Mbessa being number 1. Interesting. And I assume that's because Jace probably got picked away sometimes or banned against him. So. Yeah. Under 5 minutes, I'm already seeing a 300 gold lead just from laning. Where is it coming from? Bot lane and top lane. Okay, yeah, the misfortune just for lane, I guess. Oh my goodness. This top lane getting kind of spicy. Oh. Wait, Wiz stunned a freaking jungle camp, bro. We were just talking about this yesterday. Yukio did that really well, by the way. Really good dodging from Yukio. Who was it yesterday we were talking about when the Pantheon like screwed the stun? Was it Mewtwo who did it yesterday? I can't remember. I think it was Mewtwo who did it yesterday. This time it's Wiz who... Well, Mewtwo didn't do it yesterday. He just didn't have the cooldown available. But this time Wiz actually hit a minion. Yeah. Unfortunate. That's okay. I don't think they lost out too much. Like, Skrull lost a little bit of prio in the bot lane, but actually did kind of hurt them because the gold went back even. They had a 300 gold lead earlier.
Então fica aí, esse erro pode custar muita coisa nesse early game do time da Kabum. Vamos ver como eles vão se adaptar daqui pra frente. Falando em objetivos, professor, já passamos ali da casa dos 6 minutos. Já tem esse dragão do oceano chegando pela parte de baixo. E pelo que a gente vem observando aqui na bot lane, o cara que chegou primeiro nessa região é o Melchior, vai tentando fazer o controle de visão. Aquela sentinela chegou a pegar...
Yukio starting up the drag. I like this.
Acho que não, hein? Ele passou ali pela parede, ele só tem a informação de que o cavalo tá subindo. O time da Kabum já deve ter a noção.
Yeah, I don't know why it feels like teams have forgotten that you can try and sneak dragon.
Nenhum tipo de intenção de ir lá contestar isso. É o Melchior.
Okay, it's not a sneak anymore. Solo and Cavallo kind of gave away that they're on drag. That's fine though. As long as Zekka's play safe, they're okay. Oh wait, how's Gank it? Gank it. We just hit 6. They can go double globals.
Tiveram oportunidade, fizeram, aproveitaram o tempo do mapa, então
real good timing from Zekka's for that ward. I mean, that won't save him from a Pantheon or Talia gank, but it saves him from like a walk-in like lane gank, which is fine as long as you've got flash.
E essa observação que você fez, prof, é o que me dá a impressão de quão importante vai ser esse early game, porque a Stellai mudou com certeza, eles estão tentando agir de uma forma diferente, eles estão tentando trazer uma proposta diferente das partidas anteriores.
Yeah, and Stella's actually up some gold on the bot lane. Odd and surprising. And Cole. Yeah, Stella recognized that they are not trying to win the early game. They are just investing and surviving. And right now, Selo and Cavallo are not being pressured. Zekka's is doing fine up top too. Okay, Kaboom might have screwed up. We'll see. I'm giving them till 15 minutes to kind of make plays. And then if they still can't make plays after 15 minutes, then they've got problems at that point.
A gente já vai pensando de novo na questão das rotas laterais e que a Stellai tá conseguindo segurar e isso sufoca um pouco o jogo do William.
Just a reminder that Stella did take a game from Kaboom last time they played as well, so...
Se ela tá passando, vem flecha por aí, André.
Ela veio por aí e foi por lá.
Tava na visão.
Sleeper, yeah.
Sim, não, tava na visão.
Kind of.
Enfim, ele tentou alguma coisa. A gente já vê que
I just can't believe we'll be Sleeper for much longer. When Wiz is on Pantheon, like, surely we're gonna see some action, okay?
Já vem puxando a ult, o destino é lá, a parte superior do mapa. Ele vai dando aquela cornerada.
Okay, that didn't do anything. And they're gonna lose Grubs without knowing it's being done? I mean, they dropped the control ward in there. They should know. Oh no. Hey, this is actually looking really bad for Kaboom. Okay. Let's go, Stella. Really well played from them. They get Grubs. All 3 Grubs, and they get first blood. Yeah, that's on Kaboom, man. I don't know what they were thinking, necessarily. What is this translation? Elimination in the hands of my louse. In a play that left the hair teacher standing. Because it is almost without hair here. That's hilarious.
O Zekka's parece que ele já estava aguardando essa movimentação dele, até porque o Wiz tinha se aproximado das Vastilar.
I'm gonna assume it's some sort of like saying that doesn't translate very well into English. Yeah, but that was a very questionable play from Kaboom. I don't know what they were thinking. Like here it was very, very low too. He took a bad trade under turret. He had to finish off Maiden before he could push out. Now bot lane's having problems. The fact that Celo is beating Skrull 1v1, I guess both of them pick up call. So. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Skrull picking up call though. Yeah, memeing Professor going ball. Oh, okay. Bro, why is Professor catching strays, man, in game?
E de novo, eles estão caindo nesse ponto de que realmente estão jogando o jogo da Stellai. A gente viu que no momento que eles não tinham essa vantagem numérica, já se estrupiaram um pouquinho pelo caminho, cederam esses abates, mas eu acho que a equipe pegar o primeiro dragão e as Vastilarvas, eu acho que é um erro de execução em termos de compreender qual é o
Kaboom still have Weaver's Wall. I want to see House try and make some play here. Wiz's ult is also coming back up the same. I feel like they should have been pressuring top lane harder. Why is he just standing there, bro? Hit the stupid thing.
parado ali no busão, né, olhando a vida passar pela janela, enquanto o time da Stellar vai tomando as ações e vai capitalizando em cima dessas ausências de atitude do time da Kabum. Tem já esse primeiro abate, os dois primeiros grandes objetivos.
Yeah, if Kabum ends up losing this game, it's really good for Stella. Like, they burned the Chase, they burned the Pantheon Thalia, they burned the Misfortune as well. I mean, and I feel like Cello doesn't like playing the Misfortune. Okay, we are brute forcing this gank. Let's go. Nice and easy. It's actually really good that Reaper was the one who had eating the arrow, because he had Unbreakable running, so... That's actually really good for Kabum. They're more than happy about that. Yeah, this is what they need to do, and more of that, basically.
Utilizou muito bem o ultimate, garantiu esse abate e acelera um pouco esse jogo do Pantheon, que fecha esse céu dividido. Então vai ter uma cura um pouco maior, vai ter um dano mais interessante durante as lutas. Então a gente tá vendo agora que a Kabum realmente entendeu que precisa...
Yeah, I was just checking. Cello has played Misfortune twice this year, but he's lost both times. So, yeah, I think Cello is very happy if all of this gets burnt out in game 1. I mean, if they lose game 1 and all this gets burnt out, I think Cello's okay with it. But if they win and all that gets burnt out, then Cello's going to be very happy. Oh no. Yeah, no setup for the bullet time. Like, really well played from Stella. They managed to distract them. And they burned the TP from here while Seka sits to split push topside. Okay. Yeah, this is... It's going very well for Stella, but I feel like a lot of this is on Kabum. Like, Stella is just having to play the micro individual mechanics, which is, to be fair, a bit hard for them, but... Yeah, the macro is being made so easy for them. How's TP top? Ooh, okay, I think it's a low-key troll. Yikes. I think it's the flash there too. That's kind of bad. The idea was good though. I like the thought from Stella, which was, we know it's House doing the TP there because here it TP down. So House is killable. And then they kind of whiffed.
Pelo fato de que eles conseguiram garantir um pouco mais de ouro, seguraram muito bem e também garantiram esse segundo dragão do jogo aqui até então. Uma movimentação interessante, mas novamente não conseguiram sincronizar muito bem os seus controles de grupo para conseguir essas eliminações de uma forma mais fácil. A gente viu que muitos recursos foram...
Yeah, as long as gold favors Zekas, this top side should be good for Stella. Like, on paper, Yorick is the counter, right? So if he's got more gold, as the game goes on, he's able to punish a bit better. And the margins get slimmer for the chase. Mid's decently favoring House, but House needs to get into the action. And then this bot lane, yeah, I think once it starts favoring Ash, you've got problems. Not because Misfortune doesn't match the sort of scaling that Ash does, but the way she scales relies on her bullet time, and there's no setup, so Misfortune needs to be ahead. Still really don't like them picking this Misfortune. Oh yeah, true, Hextech, I didn't even notice. The gates are going to make this game kind of faster paced too. Which technically favors Kabum, if they can pick up the pace of this game.
Essa execução nesse momento, mas eu acho que é o ponto de justamente garantir o abate para cima do carry. A Ashe não está escalando muito ainda, Foguetinha, mas eu acho que garantir esse abate fácil...
Yeah, if Kabum can get Hextech Soul, will help them a lot, because then they'll be able to kite back really effectively. It helps their pick potential a lot. If Stella can get it, it's nice, but it's not going to be quite as useful. Because they're more of team fight composition, but yeah. Like you said, good soul. Like, every team can make use of it.
Para conseguir criar coisas, para conseguir ser um pouco mais agressivo, já não é um pique muito fácil, passa a flecha.
Opa, mas ele tá em dia com a flecha, só que dessa vez ele acerta o Reaper, que tem a sua ultimate pra fugir do controle de grupo.
That's a mistake from Stella. They overchase for an Alistar with Unbreakable up. No shot, they're winning this fight? Okay. I don't really know how Stella won that, but that's low-key kind of GG for Kabum.
Professor, eu acho que faltou ódio da Kabum IDL aqui, viu?
Faltou, acho que a gente vê que essa execução aqui foi com o Reaper gastando já ultimate, mas a gente vê que o posicionamento não tá muito escuro. Olha onde ele tá no minimapa, ele não tem posição pra chegar pra essa luta.
Because Reaper soaks up so much, and then you get caught in the enemy side of the jungle. Skuro should be ready to unleash bullet time right here. I think, like, right here, he just needed bullet time, and then he didn't. Now he waits for here, but his team's kind of already dead. No setup. I think he just took too long.
Ele poderia ter se
A little bit
posicionado
unfortunate.
para conseguir encaixar um pouco desse dano que estava entrando, já que o time da Estelar estava bem machucado também.
But hey, that's the price you pay when you pick MF with no
Da mesma
setup.
maneira que a gente tava falando do Celo, que às
Like I said
vezes
before,
fica um
2 pieces of
pouco
setup,
dessa
at least.
agressividade, a Kabum parece que também com essa composição não tá conseguindo ter tanta proatividade quanto a gente precisa, a gente sabe que eles precisam ter, né? Esse Pantheon na mão do Wiz podia estar sendo muito mais participativo, não tá conseguindo trabalhar tão bem assim nas suas entradas, mas você também
Imagine if Stella
atenção,
actually
então,
does
é uma
make
composição
the
de
lower
você
bracket run.
fazer
That'd be
uma
crazy.
entrada
I'd be
mais
down for it,
profunda
man.
do time da Estelar. Então eles estão tentando jogar ali e se organizar um pouco melhor.
Like seriously, I'm firmly of the belief that lower bracket is meant for teams to like skill up really hard. So more games is kind of good for them because they need to catch up to make the comeback on the upper side. So if Stella can improve that fast, hey, maybe there's a chance. Los as well have like an entire week off. Might make their hands a little bit cold, you know.
Por conta dessa ameaça global, eles não têm uma total informação da onde o Wiz pode estar. Então talvez você tentar forçar alguma jogada.
Okay. For Stella, they're in a good position right now. They are ahead, which is very, very good. And they just want to play for objectives, basically. Leave Zekas to split push and just play for objectives. That's how Stella just want to play. So just give vision to Zekas. As for Kaboom, they're not out of it yet, but a 2k deficit with this comp gets a little bit complicated. They need to focus on getting picks, and it needs to be Wiz and House, basically, trying to find some sort of picks onto Zekas, or if Stella sends Aethusa to a side lane, I know it's an Ahri, but you've got 2 globals, burn one to burn her ult, and then burn the second one to get the kill. You can also look for Celo Cavallo, perhaps, but with Flash Ghost up, it's a bit hard to pin down Celo. Like, maybe you get Cavallo. I don't know. It's kind of iffy. I don't like Wiz's ults. He keeps putting himself in really far positions. Oh. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean about the gates. Oh, Wiz is still chasing. Kaboom play like they're ahead, even when they're not. Yeah, I feel like Wiz doesn't know where he's actually landing when he uses that ultimate. Like, he was so far up that lane. Same thing earlier when he went for the topside gank. He ended up like over here when Zekas just ran down this way. Not a fan. Okay. Good trade from Kaboom. You can't get the dragon, get the turret. And if you can hold this position, Shelly gets a second charge off. Reaper needs to zone a bit harder. Okay, that works too. Onto Mukio though? I don't know. Okay. Okay, that's all well and good. Shelly got a second charge off. Really good for Kaboom. Wait, if you're gonna use bullet time, then stay and take the turret, man. Brother Squirrel, what are we doing? Okay, I suspect Squirrel was kind of scared that Zekas might have been coming down from top lane. But if that's the case, why burn the bullet time, man? Okay, kind of random, low-key random. That's okay, that's okay. It doesn't really set Kaboom behind. But that play from Kaboom ended up being much better. I think Stella... I thought Stella was going to TP Zekas down. If you want Zekas to just split push on the top side, then don't fight here. If you wanted the fight, and I think they could have taken the fight, then you need to call for the Zekas TP. Just for the extra body to give space for Celo to be able to auto-attack. Because the problem is like Celo's here with no front line when Mukio got cut out over here. So, yeah, unfortunately just didn't have a front line for it. Oh. Oh. That was tight from Turret. That chase gate. Okay. They lost a bit of the gold advantage. It was 2000, now 1.3. It doesn't really fundamentally change the state of the game right now. Like, Stella are still just waiting for objectives, and they'll still play for objectives. Kaboom are still looking for picks. Getting an extended lane is good. Like, there's no downside for Kaboom, but it's also not significantly huge for them.
Zeus, ele abusa da movimentação da Ari, já garante um dash, o segundo também, já tá em razoável segurança, até porque ele ainda tinha o
Like,
terceiro
Kaboom need
que utilizou,
more, basically.
E o House chegou, valeu a tentativa, né? O que vale é a intenção, né?
Mas vale destacar também que essa itemização que o Aituza vem fazendo, a ultimate da Ari volta de uma forma muito rápida, então pode ser que utilizar o muro da Tecelã pra forçar essa ultimate nesse momento não seja a melhor das jogadas, ainda mais que o muro da Tecelã acaba sendo
Aituza
muito mais
became
utilizado
Ituza.
pra fechar esse momento. E
That's
acho que um
just
ponto que
phonetic,
vale
I
destacar
guess.
é que como a
I
equipe
think it's not
acabou
an actual
conseguir
word.
levar essa torre da rota superior, eles conseguem fechar a rota do meio de jogo com uma forma, com algum flanco aí que o House pode criar. Então eu acho que tá faltando um pouquinho de criatividade, mas eu acho que a Kabum também tá jogando um mapa um pouco mais tranquilo. Acho que eles estão preferindo jogar um pouco mais ao redor.
Maybe on second item spike, Kaboom could try and make a play.
Quando a gente tá tratando de
Your mana just came through from Hirit. He's actually gonna
os
hurt
dois
quite
abates
hard
que
right now.
rolaram, o Luiz participou deles também, então acho que estão tentando
There armor on this
aproveitar
side.
pouquinho mais
Yukio's got
dessas
some
brechas que eles
armor.
estão procurando no caminho, mas por hora o mapa vai dar
There's
uma
a locket on
estagnada aqui,
Cavallo.
porque o
Okay,
dragão ainda
yeah.
volta com 2 minutos.
Yeah, Kaboom should probably try and actually team fight. I know their comp's not great for it, but the poke power that Chase and Talia have here are actually not bad. And then just try and stop Stella from engaging onto you. I think with the Worked Earth and the Seismic Shove, House should be able to stop an engage from coming through. And if Stella burns too much trying to engage, then Suguro should be able to get a bow tie off. Should.
Nossa, quantas referências.
Being the operative word.
Tô sempre preparado pra referência, minha cabeça foi.
Arrow goes wide. I do like that Cello is just throwing that arrow on cooldown though. I hate it when Ashes just hold that ultimate for like next game, you know? The cooldown's pretty short.
Também nessa entrada. Vai sendo abusado demais, ele vai tomando bastante dano, vai aguentando também muito dano por sua parte. Olha o
Reaper had to burn Unbreakable. Okay. That is really unfortunate.
E no fim das contas são dois tanques ali com a vida pela metade. Vamos ver se isso pode
Yeah,
levar a
Kaboom can't
tipo de coisa
really
por
fight
aqui,
this
né?
now.
O objetivo importante
The idea was like just play keep away with Talia and Alistair's your backup, your insurance. If something goes wrong, he unbreakables and just headbutts people away. But you needed Hirit there. And Hirit was still split pushing bot side when that nonsense just happened up here, so yeah.
Começar a pensar que daqui a 45
That's a mistake.
segundinhos mais ou menos, a gente vai ter mais um
Yeah, you can see immediately Stella making the call for Oxcon. They know they won that fight.
ponto de alma da Stellai, então importante objetivo, mas no momento, por enquanto, eles vão focando nesse atacante, enquanto o time da Kabum vai tentando levar a rota do meio.
E a de baixo também, André.
Cello's the one holding the
torre,
lane.
mas essa é a escolha da Stellai de vir pra esse atacante.
Yeah, that was my concern with Cello being the one holding the lane. Your AD carries are not safe in the current meta. They're very diveable.
Colando pra cima do AD Carry da Stellai, mas o Cello vai conseguir se
Okay.
posicionar com tranquilidade.
Hello, Lunar.
Quem não fica
Hello,
com
hello.
tranquilidade é a torre Tier 2 lá da rota de baixo, que já foi martelada pelo Hirit, que agora,
How you
depois
doing
de garantir
today?
mais um objetivo, já vai correndo de volta pra
Soul
base.
point?
Tentou capitalizar, deixaram aquele ataque nas mãos da Stellai,
Well, okay.
mas
So,
ficaram muito caro.
what I really don't like about that Cello rotate into the mid lane, they probably should have sent Aituza to hold the mid lane. Because Cello's the one who rotated there, he couldn't hold the turret. Turret gets taken and he gets chunked. Meanwhile, Kaboom is responding well to the fact that they're losing these objectives. Because they got both inner turrets and then they get to rotate to this dragon, right? So Kaboom actually stall out the soul further. They get more instant gold, so they've actually kind of caught up. And then they just buy themselves more time, basically. It's fine for Stella. Like, yeah, they're down a little bit of gold, but their comp is still stronger in a team fight. So. And then they just play for next drag. It's just that it's slowed down for Stella, that's it. Kaboom probably can't get Baron if Stella have eyes on it. Like, it's just really risky. Stella also probably can't get Baron until they get picked first, but Stella wants to kind of fight them, so...
Fica um pouco estranho essa escolha que a Stellai teve de ceder tanto controle de mapa.
Yeah, Kaboom's the one who has to be careful about group up
nas
here.
lutas até agora, eles têm sido mais agressivos e eles têm conseguido encontrar ângulos melhores, André, pra conseguir virar bastante dano pra cima da Kabum.
Okay.
Qual esse daí? Já acharam dois jogadores, vão ali perseguindo a bot lane lá de trás.
Okay, they got Cello, that's huge. Freaking Stella got picked? Wait, I need to go back. How did they get picked there? It looked like they were the ones getting the flank, that's the word I'm looking for.
30 segundinhos já tem Barão em jogo. O time da Kabum tem ali o seu...
I want to see the setup, I don't want to see the fight.
Como a gente já tem mesmo um pouco mais avançado da selva da Stellai, a Kabum vai conseguir fazer tranquilamente.
Okay.
Como a gente já tá vendo eles fazendo
Yukio's like
agora,
somewhere up here.
e aí fica um pouco
like the
estranho
top
essa
half of the map.
escolha que a Stellai teve de ceder tanto controle de mapa.
They see Mukio on
Mas a
that
gente sabe
ward.
que nas lutas até agora, eles têm sido
Arrow
mais
kind of goes
agressivos
wide.
e eles têm conseguido encontrar ângulos melhores, André, pra conseguir virar bastante dano pra cima da Kabum.
Ângulo tal qual esse daí. Já acharam
Okay,
dois
I see, I
jogadores.
see, I see. Okay, really good play from Kaboom. The moment the arrow went wide, they recognized that we're getting flanked. Just pull the trigger first. They just move faster. And I think Stella wasn't expecting it. Oh, really well played from Kaboom. I mean, considering the way their comp is right now, like, they needed that. They can't get any objective after that, though, that's the problem. They took all the easy gold, too. There's only one outer turret, one inner turret, pardon me. And one outer. Okay, I didn't even realize topside was still standing. I think this still has TP. So Stella could look to go in further, or go harder for this. They're all clustered on top of Ward. They don't know. They don't know.
Nessa faixa dos 15 até os 20 minutos, mas a gente viu que, pois é, nasceu o Atacan, aí
aquele Atacan foi esquisito.
Então, perdeu duas dois, e eu acho que isso fez eles perderem um pouco esse ritmo do mapa.
Okay, Stella, I feel like they're losing not just tempo, but like they're slipping up a little bit, you know? Like they're not sure how to come back into this game when they had a lead earlier. They just kind of need to mental reset a little bit. Oh, Solo. Solo's dead again. They're not. No, they shouldn't be fighting this. The moment Stella went down, Stella just needs to disengage and walk away. Them sticking around is really bad. Okay, so in this position right now, you've got Aithusa down bot. Everybody's kind of clustered on this top side. Stella, they've got decent team fight, but they don't have the right configuration for the team fight. Like, it's not Zekas they need, it's Aithusa they need here. And because Zekas is here, this gets complicated. This part too, I don't like how they're milling around in the jungle. Because for Kaboom, their engage, like I said, is actually primarily they're globals, actually. So it's Wiz and House jumping in, and then Reaper needs to immediately fall up to cause chaos to let them actually arrive on time. And the worst thing you can be in a situation like against the Pantheon and Tilia is to be in the jungle in choke points. So if you're in the jungle like this from Stella, what I need to see them doing is clearing out vision right away. And if that's the case, then yeah, they just move purposefully and as a group, and or basically they need to be looking for the engage. But you can tell here they're not looking for the engage. I don't know why Salo and Cavallo are in here if that's the case. Like, you're not sweeping, you're not fighting, and then you just get picked. Again, I hate Wiz's positioning. That's all. Yeah. There's just too many choke points for them to funnel you through. That bullet time is not ideal, and even then it still did enough damage to kill Stella. And then this part, Stella just kind of gets baited into chasing. This is a mistake. Stella needs to get the hell out. Like, you don't win this fight. Who's yours? Why is okay? House and Skuro. You're being baited by House and Skuro, but you have no damage. Like, the big problem is their damage is over here. This is Aithusa. Aithusa is the one who carry a fight after Selo is dead, not Zekas. Zekas is just getting torn apart by CC. Yeah, I don't know. Really, Stella sucks. I don't know. This is not the Stella we're used to seeing. This Stella is not our usual Stella. Like, usually Stella's decision making is really good, and they're very fast with the snap engage. That entire series of events was very much the opposite. It was very indecisive, it was very hesitant, and that's why they kind of got picked off and caught. Yeah, Stella is playing scared. Yeah. It's very different from the usual Stella. I don't know why they're playing scared either. Their comp is better, but now they've squandered their lead. They were up, what, 3k at one point? Sorry, 2k at one point? And now they're like negative 7,000. So it's like almost 10,000 gold swing. Literally, Celo just needs to keep Celo alive. If Celo is alive, they can still win, even with a 6k gold deficit. Good dodge from Aithusa, yeah. They're just buying time. I think Zekas split push. Yeah, Kaboom's Baron, as you can see, is actually not that effective. Like, plus 850 is nothing. The grand scheme of things. Damn it, no, he's not. Actually, yeah, I don't even think Stella's positioning is that big a problem. Like, yeah, he shouldn't have been in the jungle, but nobody, all of Stella didn't need to be in the jungle at that point, is the bigger problem. So I don't even think that's a him problem. That's just like a team issue. And if you give Kaboom an inch, they will take the whole damn foot. That was just me catching up. Anytime you see the stutter there, it's me just catching up to the game. So. Aituza doesn't have enough mana! Seismic Ship was outside the wall! Ows, brother! You missed time as well. Yeah, but Kaboom know how to play with the lead. Even when they're in a deficit, they were still playing like they had a lead. So now they actually have the lead. It's tougher.
Mas agora eles já têm uma vantagem de mapa muito grande. Eles tinham aquele buff do Barão. Podiam ter sido
Basically, Stella can't afford to split anymore. Only Zekkas can split, and even then, you probably have a 50-50 on Zekkas dying. If Aituza splits, he's just gonna get sums and ult burn. Yes, Lunar, I actually did just make my fantasy roster. But I might make a change to my bot lane. I'm still deciding about my bot lane. But look at the initial damage they're still able to put out. Look how this is playing out. Stella, I told you, they can play from a 6k deficit as long as Celo's alive. Yeah. Celo's carrying this fight now. Because he's the better teamfight AD carry. Ashe is much better than Misfortune no setup. It's just that easy, Stella. Holy crap. I am so glad they finally woke up and actually played the comp. Oh, Aituza, please don't throw. Okay, that's good. If Aituza just threw after they got that massive teamfight win, that's going to be quite annoying. Ooh, good interrupt. Really good interrupt. Great flash from Celo. Oh, shoot, that double up almost killed him. Damn. Okay. Kaboom downfall. Not yet, Ray. Not yet. They're still in it. That chase shows you that Kaboom still have the killer instinct. Kaboom's macro might be bad, but the individual skill was never in question. So, yeah. If Stella should now remember the blueprint for how this composition works and how they win. But if they don't, Kaboom can end them. Kaboom's still good. That's just much better than Anderson. I mean, I personally prefer Ashe to Misfortune in general. I think Ashe Braum is still one of the best bot lanes you can have. And while Misfortune would do more fight if she had set up for more damage in a fight if she had set up for her bullet time, I just think it's too conditional. I don't like the fact that you're pigeonholed into a teamfight comp the moment you pick the Misfortune, whereas Ashe's non-committal engage is much nicer to me, personally. But I don't think Misfortune is just inherently bad. That much I disagree with. Okay, there we go. Oh, one more. And Aituza's dead. Oh, sorry, not Aituza. Screw's dead. Sorry. Aituza with the rundown. Nice. Okay.
E a gente vê agora que depois desse excelente pick-off que o Celo e o Melchior encontraram, vai ser
I'm just gonna chalk down the mid game to nerve some Stella. Yesterday too, they had one game where they had like a bad mid game where they were throwing for a bit and then they woke up and actually ended the game.
Não tem pra onde correr, já foram 6 dragões contando esse aqui, no 7º não tem escapatória.
É até curioso, André, que tá acontecendo um movimento aqui de que quando a Stellai fez aquele atacante, que eles perderam aquele controle de rota do meio e de rota do bot, eles se perderam no que a composição deles precisava fazer. Se perderam completamente, a Kabum conseguiu retomar, chegou a 5 cacetes de vantagem. Aí a Kabum, quando pegou aquele barão e tentou pressionar aquela rota do meio e tiveram que ir lidar com os Zekkas no topo, e aí quebrou todo o poderio, as vantagens que aquele barão conseguiu virar, porque foi 1k, um pouquinho mais de 1k.
Whoa. I would not equate the two. I think saying that Uzi did not deserve Hall of Fame is just objectively wrong, but... Oh. Damn, House got melted with that charm. Okay, still win. Yeah. Oh, 7 Drakes. Okay. That's what you mean. Like maximal Drake is LCS Drake. That's funny actually, that we now consider that an LCS Drake. Yeah, okay. I guess my theory so far is holding. My theory is that if Stella gets out of lane, like pretty much even with Kaboom, they just win the game. Like they have a better mid to late game. generally speaking. Kaboom is just all about individual hands. Also, like I said, I'm not a fan of this comp from Kaboom. I think it's a very Kaboom style composition, but I don't think it's. I objectively just don't think it's good. And the moment they didn't win the lanes, it was done. Bro, okay, Lunar, no. We ain't doing that to Trajan. Saying Uzi doesn't. That Uzi getting Hall of Fame is wrong is like way worse than Trajan's LTA fantasy team. Like, at least with his fantasy teams, sometimes he just forgets. But like the Uzi getting Hall of Fame is wrong. It's just that's just a bad take. That's just objectively wrong with no excuses. I do wish though that they would do it by batches, please, instead of these individual one after another one. Because I think a lot of people who are mad about the Uzi thing is that they don't think he should be the second person in. Well, Luna, you're really in fine form trying to piss people off there, are you? Taking shots left and right.
Tu já foi?
Não.
Ah, tá.
Você gosta do Bob Esponja?
De vez em quando, né?
We might not get the Elder actually this game.
Olha, gente, ele acertou uma flecha.
Why is Reaper out there alone?
Sorry,
what? I just want to check. Did somebody base? Like, generally, why is Reaper... Is Reaper trying to pull a Trevor? How far up was Reaper? What the actual hell? Like, he took a portal back from there, and then now he's in this bush, and he's not recalling. Is he trying to play Secret Agent and just like headbutt from behind? Oh my goodness, Reaper walked out on the wave. Okay, I don't know what Reaper's doing, buddy. That's so weird. Timeout, Lunar. I usually only use timeout and bans for like when people actually say stuff that's like discriminatory or whatever, or like TOS that might get me in trouble. Lunar just likes to jab and then run away. Except for her takes about champions, like Misfortune and Jin. But that's okay, I'm a benevolent dictator. I can understand when people are wrong. And I can forgive them. Oh, my translator broke. Oh, the translator doesn't work when I speed up. It doesn't understand what they're saying. Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, you can see the Kaboom comp really can't do anything against a grouped up team when they fall behind. Even 5v4, I actually don't know if they'll win against the like this 4 of Stella right now. Even if they get all 5 members in. Like if they don't burst Cello immediately, I think they just get run through by Cello. We're about to find out. They're trying to 5v4. I mean, Wiz blocked most of the damage to the shield. Well played. Oh, the arrow? Okay. Ooh, even with the Unbreakable. Yeah, 5v4, they can't even kill before. Yeah, it's game. I don't know who's drafting. I don't know if it's Ranger or what for Kaboom, but like this cooking isn't working. It's Ranger off? Yeah. I don't know if Kaboom and Idea were memeing when they keep making those Ranger jokes. That's why I'm like hesitant, but yeah. Like I just don't understand. It feels like they're just drafting solo queue comps. Like whatever they think is winning matchups, they just draft winning matchups in 3 lanes and trying to smash that way. And it worked disgustingly for most of the season. But I'm glad this game it didn't, and Stella actually survived. Maybe this kind of wakes Kaboom up and reminds him that, hey, we can't just try and out-lane, out-hands every single opponent. It sure as hell wasn't going to work against those Grandes, that's for sure. The way they drafted... Oh, Lunar, you didn't even see the way they dropped it, actually. I'll show you the drop after. The drop was really bad. Like, when Misfortune came in, I was not happy at all. Like, this was not an early Misfortune, and they didn't build the comp around her. Like, they already built this part first, and then they picked the Misfortune after these were picked. It was just atrocious. Stella is struggling to close, though. That's not ideal. And unfortunately, Yorick is not the counter to Jace this game. Zeka's just got soloed out pretty much by Hero earlier.
Eu acabei elogiando no meio da partida aqui, mas eu acho que agora no meio do caminho aqui já viu aquele toma lá da cá. E que é só o primeiro jogo. A primeira partida aqui, com emoção à flor da pele, não sei nem até onde isso aqui pode ir.
Isso aqui é só o aperitivo. Esse é o jogo número 1. Ainda tem o 2, ainda tem o 3 por aí, quiçá 4 e 5. Isso daqui é só pra gente ter uma noção do...
Yeah, this is not gonna work again. Zekas could just get soloed out by Hirit, or Wiz could just drop in from the sky and help out, and then they're in trouble. Actually, Wiz can't drop in. He needs to hold the ult to cover Baron, but they can just... Okay, yeah, he can just walk it in. That's fine. Oh, that cage just saves Zekas' ours.
E agora o Zekas vai ali com a sua pá na mão, o cão arrependido se afastando. Enquanto isso, o Barão já vai embora. Olha a aproximação do Wiz, ele vem chamando a galera.
I think Kaboom know they're cooked. They're just wanting to kill now. Literally nobody was even looking at Baron from Kaboom. Did we need to send that many people to deal with? Zekas probably not, no. But we were screwed anyways.
Olha a aproximação do Melchior, ele vai
Kedro just played by Mark to entertain the IQ. Well, Kedro wasn't always that way. Like, Kedro, in the beginning, I actually really liked his analysis. I used to watch his streams, or his VODs, because I couldn't really catch his streams. I used to watch his VODs. He used to have really good analysis, actually. I think nowadays he's become much more of a, like, React Andy, where it's just like all about the, you know, the shock reactions of it. Used to love Kedro, yeah. Oh yeah, bullet time into Braum late game. Oh, yeah, do absolutely nothing. This frustrates me. This drop from Kaboom. Yeah, Euphoria was really good with him in good triggers. I think it still is good, actually, Euphoria. Or they still have good analysts. I like Nightmare on the LEC. I think Nightmare brings the analysis of similar caliber to what Kedro used to bring. Yeah, yeah, kind of, yeah. I actually agree with that. I don't know, it just frustrates me when you know how smart Kedro is that he doesn't use that analysis anymore. He prefers to just do it. And I get it, right? Like, you get more followers from just the reactions. Like, people don't always want, like, what's really reasonable or smart. They just want, like, funnies. Aha. I guess it's because I'm color caster, like, I care more about the analysis. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I don't blame him for that. I just don't watch his stuff as much anymore.
Agora com a Ituza vai aproveitar a movimentação com a perdição de Lich também leva esse inibidor de uma forma muito rápida, 2 inibidores ao chão e agora esse like quer buscar esse terceiro, quer garantir essa torre pra garantir o mapa, mas olha a iniciação, veio 2 ultimates pra cima do Zekas.
Ultimate do Wiz, ultimate do House e eles vão gastando tudo que eles podem pra cima do Zekas.
I still think he's a smart guy and I think he still understands the game a lot. It's just he chooses not to talk about it as much. So sometimes he still does and I think that's cool when he does. Okay, Stella finally end the game. Holy crap, this took a while. 43-minute game. Plus the, what was it, 20-minute delay before the game? Sheesh. Even now they're still chasing for kills. Okay. Nightmare was a VCS unofficial. Why VCS? He's LJL. He's not VCS. Nightmare was never VCS. He was a guest of the VCS sometimes, because LJL and VCS, like the crews were close. As unofficial broadcast, but he's LGL. Him, Initialize, and Massmon. You're just like arguing with all the minor region broadcasts. Okay, let me pull up the draft. This was the draft, by the way, Lunar. So the MF was truly like an atrocious pick here. Like, there was already a Sedge on the other side. They left Braum open, and then they picked Misfortune with 0 setup on the first 3 picks. So no matter what setup you have here, it's only your support. And then the other side just Ashe Brahms, and MF becomes unplayable.
Acho que essa partida aqui foi só tira-gosto, sabe? Porque eu vejo que as duas equipes chegaram muito nervosas para esse primeiro jogo. E eu acho que o primeiro jogo já define muito como vai ser o rumo da série.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Kaboom just screwed their draft. Like, again, I'm fine with the first 3 picks. I just don't think you should have picked Misfortune here. Like, just, if anything, maybe you should have picked the Ashe yourself, and then you get triple globals, right? Like, just giving over Sedge, Ashe, Braum just feels really, really bad. This is a team fight comp already, and then whatever you pick for everything else is fine, pretty much. Unless this side has like massive wombo combo. Even then, it's kind of hard to get past Braum and Sedge onto the Ashe. But yeah, I just really loathe this. I also didn't even have great setup for Misfortune either, because it's hard for him to get the pulverize off. You needed like the Leona, if anything. Or maybe Rakan or Rel. But Rel would struggle the same problems Alistair did. You watch Chimera when Dominate is watching LCK. Right. I will Dominate his league XCC. Kinda? I don't know. I don't watch Dominate at all. I think Dominate is a bit too negative for my taste personally. Like, I prefer watching positive, like Costreams and stuff like that. Yeah. Negativity for me, like a little bit's fine. Like I think, like for example, like when I'm calling out Kaboom's draft and how hard it is to play, like I think that's fair and legit and needs to be addressed. But beyond that, I don't know.
Salve galera, eu sou Scammer, suporte da Vivo Cage, e hoje eu tô aqui no Rota do Investidor. E segue o líder, hein?
Oh, come on, translator. Translate for me. This is stuff I never have for you. Well, I guess this is the investment ad, isn't it?
Então eu prefiro dar face checks e visão 1000 vezes se precisar, velho. Até de Lulu.
Oh yeah, they're talking about overdrafts and checks. Yeah, okay.
Ou dever pro banco.
Oh, Dominate is just Gringo Ranger. Is he? I don't know. I feel like Ranger just puts on an act for the most part, right?
É uma taxa ali, mas é pouco. O banco não dá não.
E aí? Você também faz aquele suporte pro seu time?
I'm trying to think of what an equivalent of Ranger is in the West.
E eu falo de educação financeira assim com a galera do time, assim, sabe? Por exemplo, o Chino que
I don't think there is anybody
não
quite
tem
like
tanta
Ranger.
noção ainda, tá ligado? Eu ajudo ele, assim, sabe? Tipo, cara, agora eu tô fazendo papel de mais velho, assim, que ele é um moleque.
Like, Ranger almost feels like a caricature of himself, you know?
Porcaria, pelo amor de Deus, cara.
Like I feel like he overplays things intentionally. A smart guy that acts dumb and baits people. Ah, okay. Does Keijo bait that much though? Like more than bait, I always think of Keijo as just like he hams up his reactions sort of thing. Okay, wait. I need to decide. Okay, so I haven't locked my team yet. I'm trying to decide whether I want 100 Thieves bot lane or TL's bot lane. Like Yon or FBI. Because I feel like B-Boy and Seos technically on paper to me is better than freaking Tomo and frick, I forgot the bot lane. Isles, okay, I did remember it, right? Tomo and Isles. I feel like Seos and B-Boy is better, but then I also feel like that's partially my bias because I love B-Boy and Seos. But I also feel like 100 Thieves likes to fight more, so yeah, I think Yon Core JJ. I'll go Yon Core JJ. I think Spawn's gonna whip out the belt and beat them back into shape, so I think they can do it. What are the odds we get another Jin game like this? So it's really tempting, man. I actually want his Kaisa more though. His points are actually Yon's points are not as high as I thought they'd be. I think FBI's points are higher. What the hell? Yeah, like okay, ignoring the losses obviously against FlyQuest specifically. FBI's points are way higher. Have you locked yours in, Lunar? Out of curiosity? You have 15 left over, go, damn. I only have 7.8 left over. And that's not enough to buy me all the FlyQuest players last week, unfortunately. The one I left off, Busio, ended up scoring the highest, which is unfortunate. I should probably have gone for Busio and Titan instead of going for Masu and Curry, but It is what it is. I mean, hindsight's 2020. At the time, I thought Masu would do better because I think Masu generally posts solid numbers and Titan keeps playing freaking MF. Actually, no, I'll keep FBI. I think on average they've been doing better. That said, I do think Spawn probably is going to pull out the belt and whip TL back into shape. So Yon probably will have a decent game. But I also think the same can be said of 100 Thieves. I'm pretty sure 100 Thieves is really pissed about their loss to Shopify Rebellion, because the last time they met, that was literally what put 100 Thieves in the lower bracket. If they didn't lose to Shopify Rebellion in the group stages, they would not start in the lower bracket. So I'm pretty sure 100 Thieves is going to be pissed and want revenge for that. So, you never lock till Friday? Okay. Yeah, I don't hit confirm roster either, but usually once I'm done picking my team, I just don't look at them again. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think, yeah, this is probably what I'm running for this week. Pretty sure. Yeah. 100 Thieves plus Robo. I think 100 Thieves will be out for blood. That's my thinking. Actually, can I see what other people have picked already? If they lock? Probably not, right? Okay, yeah. So I can't see until you all lock. Okay. How far am I from you? Okay, 35 points. I'm actually... well, 35 points of change. I'm catching up. Nice. This actually looks possible now. I remember like halfway through the season, the gap was like over 100 points. Okay, by week 4, round 4, I was like just under 100 points. And I think it got worse for a while there. Yeah. Week 1 was nutty though. Yeah. Your early weeks created a massive gap that we're just all trying to chase on. So now. Yeah. I kind of hate though that it's like you can see exactly. This was when I was playing only LTA South, and the moment I start playing with LTA North, the freaking spike, man. The North is just easier to play. For now, I think once we get down to like the top 4, that's when North becomes a lot worse, and I'll probably switch back to LTA South. Hey, post game damage numbers. Damn, Herod put up numbers. Okay, I didn't think he was doing that much. But I guess it's just very isolated, right? They weren't able to really capitalize on this. Mono champ. Well, now he's off of it, right? I think if he gets his Nidalee, he can do something similar again. But if not, I don't know if he has another champ that will do the same. Maybe the Ambessa. It is his most played champ this split, is Ambessa. But yeah, I'm very curious. Okay, his game 1 of a best of 5. Kaboom can afford to troll a little bit. They might just say, oh, we just wanted meta champions, right? My big question now is for game 2 if they fix up their problems. If they can fix their problems, then I think they'll still win the series. Kaboom dropping a game is nothing shocking against Stella. But if Kaboom lose game 2, I think it might just be a 3-0 for Stella at that point. Because I think the drops will get weirder for Kaboom if they don't fix their drop now. Like as we go further down the series. We plan on buying paint players. Isn't Nido better for Wiz? I mean, yes, Wiz is the more experienced Nidalee player, but I don't think jungle Nidalee is good right now. I think top lane Nidalee is much better, and I think Hero has played it once. It plays very similarly to the Jason away, so because of that, I think it's better in the top lane right now. Like, I actually don't know what's a bad matchup for Nidalee in the top lane. For laning purposes. Like, outside of lane, Nidalee becomes useless. But okay, that's not strictly true. But her usefulness, there we go, damn it, drops massively outside of lane. But I don't know what she loses in lane. This is the only week you're not going for Pain Ray. Anytime Furia goes up, Pain goes up against Furia, I hesitate a little bit. Because I think that is a matchup where like Pain could drop games. It depends on the matchups in LTA North. But I'm pretty sure if it ends up being a grand final as Furia versus Pain, I'll just pick Pain. I think that will be closer than FlyQuest versus C9 or FlyQuest versus TL. Or, Lord forbid, 100 Thieves FlyQuest, which would also be very weird. Actually, if it's 100 Thieves FlyQuest, I might pick FlyQuest. I think they should be able to dumpster 100 Thieves. That's like one of 100 Thieves' hardest
Uma
matchups.
pergunta. Vamos fazer
What
uma
scares
aqui,
you?
a gente fala
Semifinals and the
bastante.
finals have a good series and a bad series destroyed.
Seguinte,
Yeah, exactly.
Quando você tem essa situação, que você vê que é um jogo tenso, você tá vendo que é um jogo
Yeah.
nervoso, todo mundo tá
The
muito
series,
ali, os nervos estão
it
muito
does
na
get those
flor da
screwed.
pele.
Oh, they have a bad series for you. They
Uma
already beat them in the
composição mais
playoffs,
fácil de
and
ser executada
playoffs
é
favors
muito mais
Pain.
valiosa, não é?
It's not so much like the entire series, right? Like I do think Pain should win any series against any team right now in best of 5. They are just better. It's more like just the damage, the LTA fantasy points and averages. Like against Furia, I feel like Pain's number averages tend to be a bit lower, just because somebody on the team will probably suffer somewhere, and then someone else will carry. So the average numbers are not always the best. Whereas I think in the North, like, that's why I say it depends on the matchups in the North, right? If it's top 4 versus bottom 4 teams in the North, then I think those are like more freebie points. Like upsets do happen, but they're rarer up North. Nidalee doesn't. Nidalee gets harder to execute the longer the game goes. She doesn't fall off. Her floor goes up. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Da maneira que a Kabum chegou apresentando
Yeah.
durante o campeonato todo.
I mean, yeah, picking her for the lane, right? Which is why I feel like she's a very good Hirit champion.
Ó, reforçando então, a Kabum fez
Because
esse
Hirit's just
resultado
about smashing the lane and then
pra esse jogo dois, a gente
kind of
já
applying like
tem
huge amounts of
pique
pressure from there.
rolando, e aí a gente
But,
precisa observar, porque
yeah.
no lado
And
da
that's why, like,
gente também tem
I'm-
aquele erro do last
Ooh,
pick,
wow,
né? A
okay.
gente sabe que a força do headside é exatamente o pique de resposta que você vai dar na
Is the
sua
draft complete?
escolha.
Okay, no, it's not.
O
They just
professor
clustered it.
falou,
Okay, okay, okay.
difícil se ele estar
Yeah,
aparecendo
I expect to
aqui.
see just
E
Nida
agora no
permaban, because it's such a
Lopside,
Hirit style
porque eles
champion.
fazem a escolha
And like I said, I don't know if there's any
força do
counter
primeiro
to
pick é
Nidalee
muito
in
forte,
lane right
e
now
eu já
necessarily.
gosto muito do que a gente tá vendo aqui
You don't
com
like
essa
hard Chensa
Nafiri,
since you're Chinese or
Nautilus
Korean.
e Kai'Sa,
Well,
como as primeiras escolhas
do
aqui.
I have news for you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I feel like that's why like Kaboom is Hirit gaming, right? And only Hirit. Like when I see the Nidalee, I'm only really worried about Hirit. I think the other top laners often can't smash hard enough. Okay. This feels a little bit like just comfort picks for Kaboom. That we are probably first picking the Nefiri. Like I'm not shocked if we do see Nefiri. I just don't think it's first pick worthy until like game 4-ish. I like this from Stella though. Nico Nocturne's a really, really good combo. Truly, with her clones, it makes Paranoia that much scarier. And then this is a good combo. I don't like picking the Kai'Sa into the Nico specifically. Like you can absolutely pop the Nico, but I just think it's a... As the game goes on, Kai'Sa, we find it easier and easier to one-shot the Nico, but with Zhonya's, things can get a little bit messy and dicey. You're picking to destroy lane, then crash mid and bot mid-game. Oh yeah, with Nidalee, yes.
Se na partida anterior a gente falou que ele tava numa situação meio desconfortável e eu acho que
Stella is
é só um
cooking.
reflexo,
Shame
né?
they
Não
lost in
não quer dizer que ele
B1.
tava extremamente desconfortável por causa disso. Era exatamente aquelas flechas que ele não conseguia encaixar
Sorry, what do you
necessariamente. A
mean
gente sabe que ele é um
B1,
jogador que
Ray?
gosta mais de estar no meio da ação, de estar no meio daquela briga. Agora ele vai ter essa possibilidade de fazer isso com essa Kalista, né? Que é aquela Kalista que divide opiniões, né? Todo mundo
Nefiri?
bania, todo mundo queria...
I don't think Nefiri is
Tem
that
um
strong that
rate-
it's like
um
insta
rate muito
GG.
baixo, mas se tem um cara que
I think
consegue
they've drafted
fazer
some good
ela funcionar, é o
responses.
Celo, que ele
Like
tem
not
aquela vibe do
Nico is a good
Celo,
response,
ele tem
Gather is a
aquela
good response. Both of them
do
can try and
atirador
punish
que consegue
the
se
Fury.
virar sozinho,
The Fury's
mas
strength is that
obviamente ele não vai
she's
fazer
able to
isso,
just hop away
até
to
porque ele tem
safety.
essa Nico, ele tem
But if she
ali
gets
esse-
CC'd up, then
esse
she's very
galho
vulnerable.
agora
Same as all
escolhido
assassins, right? I
pra
guess.
ficar junto com ele, e lá do outro lado, o House vai trabalhar com esse Azir, que é
We'll see
importante
if they're able to
a
execute. I
escolha
mean,
desse Azir,
the
até pra tirar
response
a própria
requires good
Ituza,
hands.
já que é o campeão favorito do...
Mid game's
do
hardest to
jogo.
execute
Da
because she
mesma
has
maneira que
minimal wave clear for
pipocou aí o
Nidalee.
tweet da Legolas quando apareceu o Yorick sendo escolhido, vai pipocar o do Gruntar criticando a Kalista. Já, vem aí.
Sure,
Ele
yeah.
ama, né? Campeão
That's a fair
que ele
statement.
ama. Agora a Kabum fecha,
Okay,
então,
I like
escolhas
Kaboom's
que
adaptation. I like the
saem,
last two picks.
e
I
aí
think
trazem o que eles
Azir is a
trazem aí
good
pra finalizar
answer with
a
the
sua
Sion.
composição. Começam a mostrar
What are we
esse
looking for here?
porque
Top lane.
não
for
vai,
Stella?
né? Porque a gente já tem o Nocturne aparecendo por ali, não sabemos, tudo é uma loucura. no
Gwen got
Telegram.
banned.
Mid, opa,
Mas
me lembrei
Just pick a
agora,
hyper skill
é a série
here.
2011.
Não é a série do Sarolo ainda. Não é a
É.
série, não é a série da
Pode
Desafiante.
crer.
Calma.
Oh,
calma.
okay. Or
Semana
Ambessa,
que vem,
sure.
Tá chegando.
I-
Eles trazem aí essa ambiência,
shoot, I
então,
didn't get the...
Nocturne
They
aparecendo
changed too
por ali, Não
fast.
sabemos, tudo é uma loucura no
The window's
Fair
really
Play.
small.
Mid, opa, me
Mas
lembrei do Alex
eu-
Não é a
Smith lá em
série da-
2011.
For some
Não,
reason, when I screenshot, there's like lag on my screenshot showing up, so sometimes things... change.
Calma.
Okay, there we go.
Semana que vem, tá chegando. Mas
Cabeça.
eles trazem com a Nafiri, porque a Nafiri vai fazer um começo
When I called for a hyper
mais agressivo.
carry,
Ela
Ambessa
vai
wasn't what I
ser
had in
pouco
mind,
mais
but
forte e opressiva no
it
early
works,
game
I guess.
pra
Like
dar
you
tempo
just skill
do
up,
Azir
you
e
get
da
a
Kai'Sa chegarem nos seus power spike.
good
E aí
laning
fica
phase.
pra nós
You get a
que você
decent
vai
laning phase into
abusar um
Sion.
pouco disso,
At least
tá?
you're not
Vai
getting
esse
punished.
crescimento, porque eles têm um começo de jogo, principalmente na fase de rotas, muito mais agressivo e muito mais opressor do que o da Kabum. E na verdade precisa ser, porque essa composição depende muito do dano dessa Calice e dessa Nico.
Acho que o grande ponto aqui é que a gente viu que nessa
Actually early work here.
acho que elucidou muito.
Kill could be fine. Again, any hyper skill would be fine in top lane. Yeah, Kill would have been okay. Kill has some really rough times pre-6 against Sion specifically, but you can just sack some. Can you sack enough? Yeah, actually, Kill would have been fine. You sack the early, but then you're fine, and then the Fury can't gank you either, so. Because you just use your ult, Divine Judgment, and then you're fine. Okay, Kaboom's comp's not bad. The one pick I kinda don't like is the Kai'Sa. I think I'd rather have seen something like Xayah here. Heck, maybe even a Sivir. Like, I just don't think Kai'Sa Nautilus is good into Nico Kalista. So, besides that, though, I kind of like it. I think Nautilus, Sion provide a very strong front line for the Azir. Neferi is fine. It wasn't punished. I just don't like this V1, but that's okay. Like, it's not a negative. It wasn't punished in any way, really. While I do think Galio and Nico is a good response from Stella, it just makes life harder. It doesn't, like, hard counter. Yeah, Jax would have been much better than Mbessa, actually. I would have much more preferred a Jax here. Yeah. Again, Mbessa's fine. It's not terrible. It's just, I think there were better options. Okay, for Kaboom's comp, I think... Yeah, they fixed their comp. They fixed their drafting. The drafting's much better this game.
Porque agora, realmente, fizeram essa opção, eu consigo olhar, é uma briga realmente monumental. Entrar nesse time é difícil, brigar contra esse time é difícil
3.5 out of 5.
Só que se...
The reason, okay, this is like a 5 out, this is a 4 out of 5 comp. Again, my big concern is just with this Kai'Sa pick, I think kind of screwed yourself for no reason. A little bit. And also, like, the lane prio, they should not have any lane prio with this composition. Kalista wins early, Galio wins early. Sion is Sion. He doesn't really win lanes. He just does things. The comp from Stella is pretty good as well, but the scaling is kind of bad for this comp. The scaling is really bad for this comp compared to Kaboom's comp. But other than that, I kind of like it. The team fight's really, really strong. Nocturne with the global, if he can get things going early, will be good and can answer Neferi. My big issue with this composition is that there's a lot of squishies, and Neferi is going to have a field day on this bot side of the map. So, I'll give them both. I'll give them both. I think it's kind of even drops. This should have been higher if we didn't go Mbessa here. Because for me, Mbessa doesn't do enough of anything. She doesn't win the early game hard enough.
Olha aí pra você. Vai, comenta. Você pediu.
Eu fui, eu tava.
Quem tava sentado do lado dele ali na cadeira?
What is this?
É do outro lado. É do lado que está pra direita da tela.
Pô, do lado, qualquer jeito.
Eu falei do lado, qualquer lado, pô.
That gives me zero context.
E faz tempo, viu? Acho que isso aqui foi no circuitão, viu?
Que o anjo
Whoever loses, guys, is out.
Foi do circuitão, foi do circuitão. Foi antes da gente subir.
Oh,
Ronaldo haircut. Like, was that a bet or something? Oh, I should update my game too. Like, just where is that coming from? The Ronaldo haircut, super random. I'm missing context. And the translator's not picking it up.
Foi por ali, eu fui, eu tava.
Bom, tá aí na tela então a escolha de ambos os times, as escalações de ambos os times e vamos pra esse
By the way, speaking of which, you remember Vital? I'm sure, actually, what am I asking? You all know Vital. Vital is actually joining North American Collegiate next year. I think he's already playing there.
Tem que continuar vivo, mas pra continuar vivo eles têm que...
That's kind of cool. He's on Weaver, which is I think the same team as Goku. But that's kind of cool. Brazilian top and mid solo laners for Weaver next year in CLOL. I'm down for it. Okay. And from what I heard in the scrim so far, Vital is doing really well. Like, he is smashing top lanes, which he should be. I think mechanically the South has always been good. So
essa grande série que vale
walking to
muito,
C-Law.
vale absolutamente tudo
He should be
para
doing
as
really
equipes aqui presentes.
Já jogou com essa
Goku is washed. Goku's doing really well, actually, in C-Law.
Maravilhosa, maravilhosa da Ashe, maravilhosa, maravilhosa.
I think towards the end of CB-Law, he was getting a bit burnt out. Yeah.
Perfeito.
It felt like he was kind of just randomly losing lanes that he should have won. But I think maybe, you know, taking a bit of a break, a bit of distance, studying while doing League is probably better balance for him. That's it. I don't know if I think he'd be tier 1 level right now, but at least in C-Law, he's doing well. That's like probably tier 2, tier 3-ish, somewhere, tier 2.5-ish. He's doing
E o
well.
André usa o quê?
É que quando o papel de cabelo eu fico meio away, né? Eu fico só
I'm
observando.
trying to think. I think actually some of the C-Law teams are better than some of our current tier 2 teams.
O jogo também não tem muito lugar de fala, não, porque, bom, professor, vamos desenhar na tela, alguma coisa de impressionante, diferenciado pra você. Vamos sair desse assunto de cabelo, por favor.
Okay, but my complaints about the Ambessa. I feel like the Ambessa doesn't do enough of anything necessarily. Like she doesn't team fight that well. She won't be able to match Silent in team fight. Her split push is decent, but I think like hyperskillers or things that can split push better, like Jax, like you said, Fiora, Kayle, those would have been better options. She doesn't win it early enough, so it just feels like a kind of middle of the road pick for Stella, and that puts Stella on a timer. If Stella don't have a significant lead by 20 minutes, I think they just get outskilled at the point.
O dano de retorno realmente é muito grave, mas fica o detalhe.
It's amusing to me that it's kind of the opposite of game 1, where Kaboom put themselves on a weird timer, and now Stella put themselves in a timer. Not a weird one, just a timer.
Pode ser problema.
Oh, she's got more than any other option in top side, but is she gonna cast it in top or something, which I've been super troll?
Até porque de um lado a gente tem o Nocturne, do outro lado a gente tem o Anafira, a gente já falou sobre como eles podem ser junglers um pouquinho mais egoístas. Vamos ver como é que eles vão trabalhar, principalmente porque eles têm essa velocidade de limpeza e tem aquele gank naquele início, né? Aquele primeiro gank muito poderoso, muito eficiente.
Yeah, I feel much more confident that Kaboom will survive the laning phase. That's why to me there's a lot more pressure on Stella to be able to try and make action happen.
Fazer essa limpeza com a maior velocidade possível para conseguirem ser participativos aí junto do seu
Nocturne Galio combo is good for driving this backline as well, I think.
Temos que falar muito do level 6 do Nocturne, que é muito dependente.
Ambessa dashes, sure, but where does she dash to later on? Oh, I love this from Mukyo, actually. Nefiri's not that strong early on. Holy crap, Mukyo just abused that dog. Does Brazil have SPCA? Do we need to call the SPCA?
E a gente tá vendo agora o avanço da Kabum aqui pra dentro da selva pra evitar esse roubo do vermelho aqui. Então a gente pode ver os jogadores se enfrentando mais uma vez, mas o Biz não tá na melhor das condições, não tem o golpear nesse momento, então acaba perdendo esse buff. E a pessoal desse lá se contenta por isso mesmo, injustamente.
Holy crap, what Mukyo just did to him was just nasty. Holy crap. How does Ornn have 27 dashes, bro? That's like Zoe. Ornn has 1 dash. I find 2, because his ult technically on hit 2 is it's a mini dash. Oof, that didn't hit the minion. The minions just trolled Skuro there.
Vamos observar agora como é que a Kabum vai trabalhar para que a Nafiri também não perca o seu ritmo muito agressivo.
How's on his signature here too? I forgot about that.
Só queria chamar a atenção que eu achei.
How could I forget? Yeah, I think Kaboom just wins this. How's got his here. GG, it's over, guys.
Os cachorrinhos também têm um chapéu?
Sim.
É maravilhoso, é maravilhoso.
Eu honestamente sou muito fã, tá? Eu sou muito fã.
Maravilhoso, é maravilhoso.
Legal, agora eu vou chegar em casa,
Quando pula do pin estouro, que o cachorrinho fica em U,
Whole
assim,
race, September?
Eu acho sensacional, parece meu cachorro dormindo.
Eita, e quando a âncora voa, você acha bonitinho porque o Reaper acerta mais uma ali em cima do cavalo.
Wait, when Nico becomes a Kalista clone, her spears don't add the spear stacks, right?
Mas ele vai acertando.
So it's really obvious when
pode começar a ser problema.
Nico is a clone.
Isso, problema lá em cima
when it's Kalista.
Em relação ao Melchior e ao Whis, eles vão ali disputando aquelas passarinhas. E opa, tem mais ali pra gente dar pelo bom League of Legends.
Presença ilustre do nosso sangue.
É grande presença, né? Realmente.
Para que não briga com a gente, né?
Sammy, não briga com a gente, tá bom?
Não briga com a gente não, por favor, Sammy.
Between the game and lag, I am just missing out on stuff. Sorry, what is on a 3-second cooldown there?
Jogos de 1 hora a cada. Que é isso?
Ornn. Oh, you're talking about Ornn Dash. Wait, no. Ornn is Bella's breath.
É uma boa pergunta pra ser feita nesse momento.
É complicado. Opa, tem também o Mito TV Games que lançou aqui pra gente. Ó,
I don't know. I've lost the thread of the convo.
Dos meninos, hashtag Circuitão, @Stellai Game. É isso aí, né, rapaziada? A gente já fala isso sempre, como
Climinha
separa.
De playoff E lá vai a Stellai de novo deixar o
Oh, just for attack range, yeah. No, but I do think like the being able to be a clone and all that sort of stuff is not be a clone. To like become somebody else can have some interesting use cases, right? Especially like pretending to be somebody else. I always get caught off guard when I look at the minimap too when it happens because I always get baited by that. But I'm just thinking like, yeah, the deception portion of it vanishes when you're playing as Kalista, I guess. Or dashes, yeah. It's not 3 seconds cooldown. Hey, Nocturne is so OP in low elo. I think it's pretty strong in high elo too. It's just the way you use it is very different. Depends, right? If you're in low elo, then you just play it like an assassin, basically. Because in low elo, people don't group. So somebody's always going to split push and just kill whoever's split pushing. And they also tend not to peel properly for the AD carry, so you just use it to go on the AD carry. And high elo, that's when you play mind games. But then you also need coordination with your team.
Realmente focando em fazer essas invasões das aquâmaras, realmente querendo interceptar pouco desse caminho do Wiz aqui para não conseguir.
Mukio has done a fantastic job. He did it again. Last game he did Dragon on spawn, Sujani sneaking in behind. This game he does it again on spawn. He just rushes it and takes it. I really like that from Stella. Like I think they're understanding the whole point of desyncing grubs and Dragon a little bit better. It feels like a lot of teams have forgotten that's how you used to play this game anyways.
Muitas vezes a gente vê essa pressão muito grande.
No elo, everything works. I don't know about that.
O caçador se virar, mas eles não compensam, não conseguem capitalizar isso em cima de alguma coisa.
What's a champion that wouldn't work in low elo?
Vamos ver porque por agora,
Rise. I don't think Rise works in low elo very well.
Onda de vastilarvas e o time da Stellai já tem presença muito forte na parte superior do mapa, o que é também o suficiente para não deixar o Wiz fazer o
I haven't played ranked in a while, and so I don't know what works in low elo or not.
Roubar esse campo, se ele roubar, ainda não garante o nível 6 também, mas o Mukio vai ter esse golpear nesse momento.
Okay, we are fighting in the jungle. I love this from Sola. That was strong early game. Oh, Aithusa, that was great. Holy crap, that was good. That was not good from House. That Emperor's Divide, very no bueno. And now he's in trouble. If Celo just flashes, House is going to get hunted. Okay. That might have been a mistake. Can he land the root? Yep, that was a huge mistake. Okay, screw at least gets out. Really well played from Salada. Super well played. Oh yeah, Azir in low elo actually doesn't work very well either. Oh yeah, I love that from Stella. I think what I loved most was them just knowing they were stronger and pressuring in together as a team. Like this part when they're going for the blue buff. Yeah, I just love the fact that they knew they were stronger and so they just go in. And they're actively looking for the fight here. Like Aithusa walks in from mid lane here. And Aithusa is generally not a particularly strong laner. He's more about late game, but I think this split he's been improving a lot. Oh, that flash right there. Oh, catching House. That was so good. And then just the rundown after. They're pretty disciplined the way they walked out too. They didn't int anything. They were just kind of covering. Yeah, House just up a creep with no battle. Really tough position for House to be in, but yeah. Well, House ended up being where he was because of the taunt, and he was just trying to get safety. But then he just got corralled in from a lot of bad directions. Also, his Emperor's Divide just ended up backfiring. See, again, really good call from Aithusa, right? Like, Aithusa dies, but it's okay, because he knows what his job is there, and he's got teleport. So him dying is actually perfectly fine. He respawns, he gets back to the lane, he misses out like maybe 1 minion, that's it, and he gets Stella the objective. If anything, it's really unfortunate Stella didn't get a counter kill at the end, but Skrull and Wiz were, or who was it? Skrull and Wiz? I can't remember who was inside of Kaboom there, but I know Wiz was one of them. They were so low, they should have died. It's unfortunate they didn't get the extra kill, but... Oh yeah. Okay. Good play from House to answer 1-for-1, but... Yeah. Hell yeah. That's how you have to play Galio, and I love seeing this. Like, when I see Gale being picked, I get a little bit concerned depending on which mid laner does it. Like, when Roamer first played it, I got a bit scared, but Roamer actually played it pretty well. Ithuza, I was very worried because Ithuza's not usually a lane dominant player, but this game, he understood the assignment, and he's been doing well on it.
Que pegou abates exatamente em cima do Milkyo, que era o cara que tava forte. E agora na Afiri consegue esse abate positivo.
Yeah, still have the lead on the Kalista. That's how you're supposed to play the Kalista.
Eu acho que mesmo com esse abate a Afiri não consegue ainda.
Normally, I'd say like trading kills like that favors the comp that scales better, so normally it's good for Kaboom. Problem is, still haven't hit the peak yet, so... Oh! Damn, bro. Stella is so proactive!
Acaba de ser abatido
the hell?
eliminação nas mãos do Celo e sua Kalista.
That's so good, man. I love watching proactive teams. They have no chill and I'm loving it. Like, anytime Kaboom steps up, just they start looking for something. Cavallo's 0-5 right now, 100% KP.
Acho que também é muito da...
É o Sion, né?
É a natureza do campeão.
Não, mas eu acho que o grande ponto é que eu acho que talvez...
Cavallo's LTA fantasy points, if they had it for CD, would probably be pretty high.
Que a Stellar vem propondo, nem sequer dá essa brecha pra ele participar. Acho que ele tava focando justamente em tentar capitalizar um pouco mais, pegar esse primeiro item, como pegou agora a capa de fogo solar. Então, nesse momento ele vai conseguir um pouco mais de troca, puxa um pouco
Yeah, I think Stella understands who they're playing against. I feel like they prepped a lot after the last time they lost to Kaboom. Because if they just play slow and in standard lanes, they lose, right? So they're not doing that. They're intentionally picking up the pace of the game to make sure that Kaboom doesn't get comfortable lanes.
Facilidade que eles têm pra chegar, que dificulta mesmo um pouco a vida do Hirit, né? Mas agora a gente vê que o Wiz não quis também ir pra aquele dragão.
I feel like with an AD carry like Celo especially, that's when it works really well with a player like Celo. You know, if you're gonna play to his lane, give him an early game champion. Now the problem is whether they can keep up the tempo of this game. It was good for Stella, but now what, right? Like, did we speed up too much?
Então a Kabum efetivamente precisa pisar no freio.
And where do we go from
e
here?
Tentar atrasar esse jogo para que eles consigam se recuperar. Quem precisa se recuperar e quem precisa entrar
What
no
matchups
jogo,
are they looking
até
for?
porque o Screw tem um abate,
Like, I feel like Galio into Sion is probably
não
not a
é
good
jogo
matchup for Stella.
totalmente perdido. Temos só que ver
You probably want to match him best into Sion as much as possible.
Desse jogo, ou não. Eu já sinto aqui, meninos, que decaiu bastante.
E acho que um ponto que vale destacar também é a intermediação do próprio Aituza, porque ele veio pro Expo Cinturão aqui. Então, ele tá vindo com uma intervenção mais focada em realmente AP bruto, porque a gente vê que muitos jogadores de Galio optam justamente pelo Resplendor do Vazio, optam por uma intervenção um pouco mais tanque, e acho que faria sentido nessa
with House being in the bot lane. Yeah, this is good. This is good lane assignments. I think Aituza wants to match up against House as much as possible. Zekas wants to match up against Hirit. And the idea is that Zekas just sits and farms in safety against Sion. Meanwhile, Mukyo should be like perma-camping Aituza. Or perma-camping House specifically. Because House has to pop the spell shield or Emperor's Divide can't even peel Nocturne off. And then I think Celo and Cavallo are fine on their own. If they need backup, Aituza can use his ult to go back them up instead. So.
Eu acho que a Stellar agora precisa manter esse ritmo de jogo e então é uma escolha interessante o Aituza fazer isso, até porque ele já tá conseguindo aplicar um bom dano, ele tá sendo incômodo pra essa Caixa. O time da Kabum não tem uma grande range assim, além do House, pra conseguir pra ter essa defesa.
Yeah, the fact that this fake Kalista can't even hop, man. 100% you're just aiming for range. There's literally no other value in being Kalista.
Nesse iniciozinho de jogo, se a gente observar, ele não tá sofrendo muito. Opa! Em questão de diferença de ouro, em ficar um pouquinho atrás de farm em relação ao seu oponente de rota, apesar de estar capitalizando.
Kaboom are fine with this though. They just want to stall. They just want to slow down and scale. So that's why I'm kind of putting the pressure on Stella to make these moves right now.
Já tá ali com 4 participações em abate, e quer dizer, no caso 3 participações em abate. Então, mesmo assim, ele consegue ficar ali em pé de igualdade.
Unfortunately for Stella, I think they might just have to wait for objectives.
Lá na parte de cima é aquela briga de paredes de concreto, né? O Zekas de um lado, o Hirit do outro. Eles vão garantindo bastante dano um contra o outro, mas por enquanto, olha a ultimate sendo utilizada, tem um
great flash from Zekas.
Mas o Wiz vem se aproximando e já vai vazando, porque o Zekas conseguiu fugir ali do controle de
Phenomenal.
Fugiu da ultimate do Hirit, e ele também tem o suporte tanto do Milkyo quanto do Cavalo ali próximo à sua lane.
E agora com essa
Yeah, you can see that Wiz was kind of looking there to try and burst down the Ambessa. If that knock-up lands, I mean, it's like pretty high chance Zekas dies there. Like, he might be able to get out the dash and the flash, but yeah.
A gente tá vendo que por hora o House vem pra parte superior do mapa,
kinda
o
iffy.
Hirit vai pra parte de baixo, mas ainda tem o seu teleporte.
Here's the fight Stella want. And Stella want kills more than they want Herald. Like, Herald's nice, but They need to try and blow this goal lead a bit wider.
Olha o Zecas.
Esse objetivo, o Zecas já vai atravessando, ficando ali atrás de linhas inimigas.
I think if you're Kaboom, you just give this one. There's no point fighting for this.
Eles reconhecem que
Like, you don't want to die.
tentarem brigar agora no momento, eles vão tentar responder aquela rota do meio.
Arrow's not worth that much gold by itself.
Pelo Celo e pelo Aituza.
Não. Tá muito separado.
Então, mas acho que um ponto que a gente já vê até como não tá
call.
muito coeso, porque a gente viu no momento que teve
And you just try and stifle the Herald play that comes out after from Stella.
Alguém pingou a caminho na rota inferior, então a gente vê que tá muito
No, it was
distoante,
BS
mas
hook,
quem
man.
não tá distoante é justamente Stellar, que quer continuar indo pra cima e sabe que o Celo pode jogar sendo abusado aqui de qualquer jeito, porque ele sabe que tem toda essa vantagem e o Arauto foi utilizado. O pessoal do Stellar quer
That's
continuar
a bit
o
of a
avanço.
surprise.
Nem esperou, já puxou.
Why are we dropping it
já
mid?
vai dar essa primeira cabeçada.
Like this early, I mean.
Todos os jogadores que vem colando ali naquela rota do meio.
Okay.
Não
I mean, it
chega
works to get the
essa
turret. Okay.
torre na cabeçada, mas logo na sequência ela cai e já é um problema a mais no mapa pro time da Kabum.
Oh, they don't get first break, do they? They could have traded mid for Drake. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? Like, first of all, I didn't think they could actually take the mid lane turret. They did, which is good for them. I didn't think they could. And then I was kind of looking at it going like, why are we rushing that, right? Like, you just got the Herald, you can hold it. There's no need to like burn it right away. I guess they wanted the gold infusion, but now they need to go spend it, and they can't spend it because the timer is worked for them, right? Like, it was 30 seconds when they took it.
Já vai colar junto com a sua equipe que quer tentar esse terceiro dragão. O time da Stellar tá focado em pegar.
Okay, Stella need to fight this.
Mas a Kabum não quer deixar. Olha o Celo chegando lá do outro lado, o Reaper consegue acertar o âncora nele.
Celo got caught, brother Celo.
Apagou a luz geral. Joga todo mundo pro alto, o Celo continua ali, razoável segurança.
Okay, got built up by Athuza, but can they win the rest of this fight? Zekis is very late here. Nice from Cavallo. I don't know if it's enough though. I genuinely don't know if it's enough. Yeah, Cavallo dies for his team sins. This is his team's fault. This time, Celo actually was the problem. That's rough. Unfortunate, yeah. Celo played really well, but then just walking in on your own without protection is kind of not okay. And Kaboom capitalized on it. Really well played from Kaboom. Really well played.
Forçou uma ult muito reativa por parte do Aituza, que não acabou tendo o melhor espaço para forçar essa luta. A gente viu que o Cavalo também não teve o melhor dos ângulos para ter essa luta.
Maybe Zekis got ulti into the team and died, but
Dragão
takes someone.
fica na mão da Kabum,
Maybe.
dá uma respirada agora, Foguetinha.
I'm sure they'll replay the fight and we can slow it down then. Because I don't need a C setup. Usually if I rewind, it's because I'm either impatient or I need a C setup. Because usually the replays don't show setup.
Opa, ele tava tentando ali dar aquele rolê na sua própria selva.
Reaper's doing a good job not getting caught. Good for House.
Da sua âncora pra conseguir fugir.
Like, I get it. House right now is probably the scariest person in the team fight over time, but
Na minha cabeça eu não lembro não. Não sei se a gente tem assistido
yeah.
por aí, mas
Considering that how the fight started, you were kind of
eu não
borked.
vi nenhuma vez.
Então tá um avanço aqui.
Are they not showing us a
nessa
replay?
parte da selva.
Não sobra nada pro Izinho, realmente brutal.
Cruel. Olha o Sion.
Eita, aproximação do Hirit por ali, tá muito tanque, tem o apoio do escuro também. Olha o
Yikes.
Celo, tá vivo daquelas, né? Tá vivo quase morto, já vai tentando voltar pra base. Enquanto isso, o Zeca está lá embaixo, é o inimigo número 1.
Okay, meanwhile, Zekis is pushing.
Vai levando mais
Like, Stella is still developing a lead.
De novo, essas movimentações.
Okay, I guess they're not
que
showing the
estão
replay.
fazendo
That's
não são favoráveis a eles. A gente vê que novamente
Weird.
tentam punir, mas em termos
okay.
de mapa,
Maybe I
eles
manual
estão
replay this
bem
one.
desconexos do que tá acontecendo aqui. A gente viu o
Just
Cavalo
watch. They're gonna freaking replay as soon as I do this.
consegue acertar em pegar esse ponto de alma, mas a Kabum não
Like, Celo just needed to wait a second for Cavallo to get in there first, but he gets popped. Zekis TP's late. Or not late, I guess. I mean, he TP'd as fast as he could, but TP takes time. Okay, at this point, it's still 5v4? Oh, Skuro's up there. Okay. It's like, where the hell is... Who's missing? That's huge from Cavallo, but... Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think Zekis made the right call going on Azir there on House. Because he didn't have a good angle onto Skuro. He hit Hirit or Wiz first, and that's probably not ideal, so... And then he switched to Skuro as fast as he could. Basically, the moment Emperor's Divide came out, he went off that way. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. I think the problem was more like Celo got borked. Really unfortunate.
punir, mas em termos de mapa, a região do povinho do acho que o grande ponto é que eles só aproveitaram com o grande mole e falando em mole agora.
Eita, não quer deixar mole, não quer deixar brecha aqui na fase superior. Gastou o flash do
Okay. The problem for Stella right now feels like they're not able to find any kills. They're still trying, which is good. They're proactive. They don't want to lose that lead. But we're hitting 20 minutes and they don't have a significant goal lead. And the skilling for Kaboom is starting to come through. Once second items hit, I think Kaboom at that point are basically fighting on almost even ground. And once 3 items hit, Kaboom has a lead. And also, Kaboom's been playing very well around Stella specifically. Once Stella goes down, Stella's sustained damage drops like a rock. So. You might be able to play defensively. I mean, like Titan did miracles with Kalista this last weekend. So I just don't know if Stella is Titan. You know, he's not him.
Então, ele tem que se posicionar muito bem, tem que tomar um cuidado pra que a Kai'Sa não tenha um ângulo pra entrar pra cima dele e minar completamente a vida dele.
Eita, agora o pipoca, a tentativa é ali.
Teleporte?
Pra cima do Release, tem também esse teleporte chegando, vinha comitando demais com essa briga do time da Estelar, mas acabou recua, não dá bobeira. O Izel, o cara tá um pouquinho mais à frente, Cavalo tentando se aproximar dele. Enquanto ele tenta tentativa de engage na volta, é o Aituza que começa, meu Pio apaga a luz, finalmente ele faz a entrada.
Great patient play from Mukio. That was really good. Holy crap. Mukio waited till they clustered and he could actually get on the squishies. Really well played. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Stella needed this so badly, and they got it. Just when I was worried they didn't have the 2k gold lead, they find it. Literally 2k at 20 minutes. Or just after 20 minutes. With the dot. Oh, but the patience from Mukio here. Like, he turns off the light and he holds and he holds and he holds. And lights go out. Right here, you can see the moment of panic where Kaboom are backing off trying to reset, and then right there when House shows again. It's like the call is just kill House, no matter what. Everybody just dumped on him. Really well played.
Nocturne, e aí eles vão travar um pouco de se fazer algum objetivo, de setar alguma coisa, mas ainda assim, vantagens na mão da Estelar, vão empurrar essa rota do meio e vão conseguir fazer esse bom trabalho.
Já pode tirar
they just bought themselves an extension. A much needed extension. It makes this next dragon fight more interesting too. Because Stella now have the completed items. I don't know if Kaboom will hit the second item power spikes as fast or in time. Okay, Aituza's happy to tank this. Okay, never mind, his team was not in position. My bad. Aituza was not happy to tank that. Dang, nabbit, Stella. Like, on paper, that actually should have been not bad for Stella, but they just were not in position to team fight. Good depth charge from Reaper. He's sacrificing himself for something out. But Kaboom gets the dragon, and that's the important part. For Kaboom, that's what they care about. It's just grabbing dragon. You're stacking the Hex deck. I think Zeka's got the inner top lane before he teleported down here, so... Yeah, Stella's taking a lot of turrets. But this might kind of backfire, because there's not a lot of standing gold left for them to take. So, if Kaboom starts winning fights, they'll have the gold lead will shrink very rapidly. Very, very rapidly.
O Nautilus está afastado e você está com pouca vida. Tem Nocturne do outro lado. O que vai acontecer? Você vai ser ultada. Acho que isso todos nós sabíamos.
Also, I didn't check Aituza's build. He's building AP. I thought he built tank. It's like, wow, he's getting shredded a lot faster than I thought. Just make it for the ball. So Stella don't have a true tank. Okay. Do I hate it? No, I don't hate it, actually. Kalista as your only damage source still gives me nightmares, so... I think the idea for Stella is that we burst harder and we burst first. So that, if anything, puts even more pressure on Stella to be proactive. Because they don't really have a way to play defensively. Oh, no flash from Skuro. He's dead. Yikes. Right? Take notes. Right there. That's how you play Nocturne in low elo. You just find the one person who's on their own, who doesn't have flash, and you just kill them on repeat. Yeah, just go for the AD carry, man. If the AD carry doesn't have flash and they're not Zaya, they're dead.
Tudo bem. Barão agora na mão da Estelar. E assim, professor, tá tá cedo ainda. Eles estão conseguindo emplacar o ritmo.
Low-key, that's also on Skuro. Like, Skuro should have known better, man.
Continuarem o seu snowball.
Mas é difícil não dar errado aqui, porque aqui acabou não tendo a melhor das posições.
Eita, o Cavalo vai tentando fugir.
Oh, that was really weird. The Empress Divide didn't actually push Cavallo away. Huh. Odd. Did House miss? Okay, wait, sorry, I want to check, double check that. That's really weird, no? Like, oh, because he's a minion. Wait, Shuffle doesn't, yeah, Shuffle doesn't hit minions, right? I think that's what happened. Which is actually kind of funny. Because it would have been way worse if the Emperor's Divide actually hit. Like, Cavallo would have gone a three-man route instead. Oh, wow. Okay, Ray, take notes. That's what low elo Nocturne does. You just dive dive the AD carry and get popped. The duality of Nocturne we just saw. Go and kill AD carry, go and get killed by AD carry.
Aqui no intervalo de 3 minutos, a gente viu como eles conseguiram fazer esse barão, conseguiram várias eliminações e a gente viu, como você comentou, Foguetinha, o escuro sendo eliminado da mesma forma praticamente 3 vezes seguidas aqui, então uma situação bem complicada. A Kabum tenta responder agora justamente com esse atacante, mas a Estelar está de olho.
Eita, esse teleporte é por parte do Aituza, já tá por ali caguetando, contando para o seu time.
Okay. Kaboom's kind of trying to do the desperation play.
Já é recebido pelo Reaper. Ele vem fazendo aquela briga de top laner contra suporte. Também tem teleporte por parte do time da Kabum. Quem chega por ali é o Hirit. E agora a briga fica um pouquinho mais
Zekas does not have public execution. He'll have to flash over this wall. It's coming off soon if he can stall. They stalled. Oh, this is really bad for Kaboom. Okay. Really well played. Cavallo, dude, Cavallo is such a good support. Why wasn't he like this before on Liberty? What the hell? I don't know what happened to Cavallo in CD this year, but he got good. I think Stella are going to 3-0 this, guys. Like, actually. I mean, okay, actually, no. That's not fair. That's not fair. I said last game, if Kaboom can fix their draft, they might be able to find more. I do think they fixed their draft. I think Stella's just playing really incredibly well right now. Because he wasn't a Renegade. I guess. I mean, like the way they played that last fight too, like the way they decided what to do, like I love this. They stalled. Kaboom needed to hard commit for Atakan, but they got scared and they stalled. Also because Mukio paranoia. I don't know what's up, but I love right here that Mukio just keeps doing Atakan, turns off the light on the dive. They have their choice. If they find the engage, Mukio goes. If they don't find the engage, they take Atakan, they back out. But Cavallo, holy crap, man. Oh. And then Mukio, out onto House, right onto Skuro. Really, really well played. That's sexy. Yeah, Kaboom Shuffle is much better. Agreed. Selden. Yeah, Stella played really fast. And I think that's what you need to do. Is just don't play standard against Kaboom. If you play standard against Kaboom, you lose lanes and then you have problems. But right from the get-go, Cavallo and Mukio, even pre-6 Mukio was already making moves with Cavallo. That was really nice to watch. And that's why like I am so crazy hyped on Cavallo right now after that game. Because I think he did fantastically. Like, genuinely, absolutely amazing. Game 1, for me, MVP was probably Cello. But I think Cavallo still did a good job. But game 2, Cavallo by a metric mile. Holy crap. Actually, that's not even a thing. There's no such thing as a metric mile. Mile is Imperial. Yeah, I think Mukio also played really well. Everybody on the side of Cello played really well. Like, Aithuza's Galio like, caught my eye for sure. Kaboom flopped harder than a Kanye album in 2025. That comparison is strangely apt considering how content-based Kaboom is. Oh, this one was sexy. This combo was really, really nice. They are slowing it down to like 0.25 or slower to show that. Oh. Cinema, yes. That's Andre, cinema indeed. Yeah, but I really like. I got worried after that fight because Stella stalled out. But then they managed to pick up the pace again. And that's huge, that's critical. Yeah, Mukio sent. Mukio is frankly, honestly, over-aggressive, but I think it works out really well when he's ahead or when his team's willing to go in with him. And I have a feeling that it's a big part of why Stella is so decisive is because of Mukio. That was super weird. The fact that Caballo just kind of didn't get knocked up. But yeah, if you knocked him into the rest of the team, it would have been way worse.
E se você tá dando tanta abertura assim para um Nocturne, para uma Ambessa fazerem essas entradas, fica muito mais
super well played. I am going to go for my quick usual bio break to grab more water. So, I will be right back.
Depois do primeiro jogo daqueles, você perdeu um segundo jogo dessa forma aqui com esse tipo de decision making, com esse tipo de coisa, é que eu sou muito duro nas críticas que eu faço, né? Mas assim, ninguém é obrigado a acreditar em mim. Só que eu vejo... Então, é porque eu já evito para jogador me encher o saco já. Mas acho que o grande ponto...
Quem churrascou mais, a Kabum ou o professor? Fica o questionamento.
Eu tô de boa, depois de acabar a transmissão eu vou pra minha casa tranquilo, mas quem perder aqui vai chorar o dia inteiro. Então, acho que o grande ponto é que falta sincronização. O quê? Foi muito sincero?
Não.
Continua seu pensamento.
Você falou, deu até uma chorada aqui, assim.
Mas eu só faltou
vai saber se a gente não vai pra casa chorar, né?
Eu não quero chorar.
Eu também não. Eu chorei demais já. Tô no final do semestre agora, chega de chorar.
Bom, a Kabum então vai pro terceiro jogo, fazendo a escolha do lado azul desse mapa. Esse terceiro jogo que pode ser o último jogo dessa série ou o começo do reverse sweep do Kabum. Você de casa acredita? Conta pra gente na hashtag Circuitão, a gente vai pra um rápido intervalo e daqui a pouco a gente tá de volta.
Um sonho. Vários desafios. Muitas possibilidades. Um caminho. Investir no seu eu de amanhã. B3. Muito mais do que a Bolsa do Brasil. Com você, forjando talentos e investidores.
Okay, I have returned. There we go. And on to game 3. Yeah, okay. So, having seen this game 2 draft, I firmly believe at this point that Kaboom could have dropped it normal anytime, and they just chose not to. But now, I don't really know where they go from here. Because I thought their game 2 draft was good. I'm just trying to think, like, what? Is there a prio pick? Do you want counter pick? Probably counter pick is better, no? When you've got Hirit? I'm just trying to think what OPs are still open. So, Gwen still exists. The top lane picks are still there. We've got Gwen. Wait, hold on. Do I have something? Nope, I do not have that option. Damn, okay. I was wondering if I could type on screen. I can't. So there's still Gwen. There's still Rumble. But if you want Rumble, okay, Skarner and Maokai are both available. By the way, something's wrong with my mouse, guys, so that's why like things are getting choppy. That's why I was wondering if I could type. Because, yeah, my mouse connection's not good. Did I see the Uzi skins yet? No, I have not seen the Kaisa Uzi skins. There's Rumble, Jace already, Nidalee's permabanned, but she's still technically available. Ari's been played, Talia's been played, Pantheon's been played. Yeah, so there's not like a ton of OPs left open right now. Because of this, I think you're better off just going red side if you're Kaboom. Like, there's no OP that you can't answer. Unless Blizzard wants to ban Gwen and Nidalee, and in which case you can just ban Rumble if you want. And Besta got taken off the board, and that was sort of the Rumble counter we've been seeing, so I don't know. I think Aatrox is strong. I don't think he's necessarily OP in the top lane right now. Like, he's good into the Gwen and Rumble. Yeah, I just think red side is more beneficial. So I hope to see Kaboom actually go red side and then pick counter pick for Hirit. And try and get like a smashing lane for Hirit. IDL is like dying.
Gente, vocês conseguem escutar a música do Velozes e Furiosos 7 no fundo?
Gente, só tô na dúvida, né? Isso daí foi nesse jogo mesmo? Isso daí foi um selecionado?
Foi na hora que encaixou todos os combos possíveis, bufo. Aconteceu isso na tela do pessoal do IDL, ficou cinza. Eu queria, inclusive, pedir a opinião de uma pessoa. Takeshão, manda o tweetaço sobre a sua opinião dessa série. Estou ansiosa pra saber o que Murilo Takeshi tá pensando sobre isso tudo neste momento.
Eu acho que eu não sei o que eu pensaria muito, não.
Pô, ninguém sabe, mano.
Então,
depois da reação da galera.
Aquela imagem deixou o clima meio pesado.
Nossa, ficou,
né?
E ele ainda deu aquela de saturada, ficou primeiro. Tá de parabéns, você meteu um tweetaço aí.
Não, o vovô tá assim.
É impressionante. E são
crap, I'll take a look after.
Um é desespero, o outro é...
Oh yeah, Lucian. Yes, Lucian is OP. Sorry, I forgot about that, Lunar. My memory is really bad now. I sometimes have to like write down what's OP when I'm casting, because if not, I keep forgetting. Like I keep forgetting about Vi and Lucian as champions. I don't know why. Okay, never mind. Wow, okay, Kaboom get Gwen and Jhin. Okay, and they banned Rumble and Maokai and Nidalee. Oh, Nidalee got banned on the other side as a response. I kind of don't like this. When we talked about the 3 like OP top laners, if one gets banned, you need to leave both open. On red side, you should not be banning that, because if you ban it, then they get one free OP with no answer. Like Akali into Gwen is a good counter. That's okay. But Akali wasn't like an OP pick, you know? Like you could have traded OP for OP.
A gente tá vendo que o Zekas tá vindo com piques já bem preparados.
A choice.
Na matchup contra o Jace, ele tinha o
and then we go Jhin, Rakan, Ezreal on the other side. Yone, oh damn. Stella wants to throw hands with Kaboom, okay. Yo, this is risky. But you know what? They've got a 2-game lead. They can afford it. I still think Yone is busted. What counters Yone right now? Is there anything in the meta that counters Yone? Like, you can shut him down in lane with things like Renekton, but
numa situação
Still don't get why we're not seeing more Yone.
A gente tava comentando
Who cares about Aurora, man? They want to run Aurora, just eat it up with your Yone. You got this. Easy clap. Tristana, she feels a... does she counter Yone? I feel like she's like Aurora, where she wins early and then Yone hits one item and then suddenly it flips. Well, I guess she's got Buster Shot, so technically you can trade out.
É interessante, perdão.
Não, só eu que falar pouco desse Yone, né?
Okay, so we're looking for support on this side and
Tá
jungle.
sendo muito banido, tem uma tendência.
Oh my goodness, my mouse bugging out is really dumb. And on this side, we're looking for jungle and mid. Okay, I think Annie's a good ban. Like, I don't think she's a counter, but I think she can. Like, if you can't find Annie in the start of the fight, Annie will just ruin Yone's combo. I do like that. I think that's good. Poppy to stop, engage, and rail. Okay.
Não só pro Celo, né? Mobilidade é o que não
Alice's been played, Brom's been played, Nautilus has been played. Oh, but then they already have Rakan, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. So jungles and mid right now. Kaboom. Maokai got banned. Do you just want a Skarner here? Like, I actually think Skarner into Yone Akali is not a bad idea. If you go all squishy and Yone finds you, you're dead. Also, you need tanks to deal with Akali as well. No, okay, I didn't forget about Vi this time. I just don't think Vi's the call here. Shroud can interrupt the Vi ultimate, the cease and desist. It's one of the few things that can actually mess up the Unstoppable. Please no Orianna. What jungle can Stella pick? Honestly, I'd actually go Wukong. Yeah. We're on the same page, right? Yeah, I'd call for Wukong here for Stella. Like, the other side's kind of squishy. And you want CC and squishy. Dude, I hate this. Why are we picking Orianna here? Orianna to me feels like a B tier mid laner. Like, she's fine, she's okay, but she's so ball reliant.
Vai ser time dificílimo de você lidar. Quero dar uma olhada como é que vai ser esse último pick. A gente já comentou como é importante esse último pick do...
Hey man, I like Rihanna.
Será que vem aí?
Just not Orianna, unless it's like, oh, what the...
Aê!
Okay. That's an interesting pick.
Felicidade da Lágulas hoje. Do outro
Let
lado tem a
me think about this for a
felicidade
second.
também da Tabs, que ela também fica muito triste quando vem esse Jim, porque ele realmente
Put them
não tá
in the
performando
cage.
da maneira maravilhosa.
Low mobility, low
E agora tem
mobility.
ele, o príncipe.
Okay, actually, yeah. J4's actually a pretty good pick here. Upon second thoughts, oops. I forgot to screenshot this.
Será que vem aí?
É...
Não vem. Meu Deus!
Aê!
Melhor ainda,
A
né?
felicidade.
Melhor ainda.
A gente já teve a felicidade
Okay.
da Lágulas.
Yeah, I get that they're thinking of the Rakan Vi Shockwave. I just don't think it's worth
É uma entrada absurdamente forte.
like I just don't think the combo is that amazing, you know?
Eu nem queria interromper, mas Leona
Like,
com Jarvan,
sure, you get a
Orianna
good Shockwave
com
and
Yone,
then
eu já vejo isso aqui sendo
especially when I look at this composition too. The big problem I have with the Orianna Shockwave is it's not worth it, yeah. Is that also Shockwave works best against comps that want to clump up and or are less mobile. But you literally have 3 mobile champions with an unknown jungler, you know? Which is, I'm assuming, is probably going to be some sort of mobile champion. So the odds of them all clumping up together is pretty low. Like, you are betting that Stella screw up with this Orianna. It's kind of like a trap card, you know? But then the other side has to activate the trap conditions first. If they don't group up, this Orianna is going to be of limited use. Even if you catch like the Akali or catch the Yone, the other two can still carry the fight. So yeah. Personally, I would have preferred Wukong. I think Wukong can do a bit more damage, a bit more sustain than J4. But I don't hate the J4 pick. J4's Cataclysm can do a lot of work, and you can kind of lock them all together, and then Yone just sweeps in and kills them all. Sets up really nicely for Yone as well, and the early game is stronger. J4 early game, much stronger. If you gank the solo lanes, and I need to see Mukio gank the solo lanes early. Okay. This comp is kind of meta. Like, in isolation, 3 out of 5. In isolation. I just think it's going to struggle against... I'll leave it at 3 out of 5. I don't think it's bad. This comp for me is 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5? No, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. The reason why I was thinking about giving it a 4 is this is a very... The solo laners especially are very mechanical champions. And I was a little bit worried coming into today that Stella can't match hands with Kaboom. So if I'd seen this game 1, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. But we've already seen in game 1 and game 2 that Stella have somehow improved their hands massively in the last week. Because they literally played against Kaboom back on Monday last week and lost. I don't know what Stella did, but they're actually playing better. And given that Kaboom's probably like slightly tilted right now, yeah, I think this comp is really, really good. Akali is one of the counters into Gwen. You can play around her very, very well. I don't think Orianna is at all a counter to Yone. Like, early lane, she's going to abuse Yone the same as Tristana would, same as Aurora would. But again, once you hit one item power spike, Ori's going to regret her life so much in the 1v1. The bot lane's a little bit interesting to me. I actually used to think of, or not used to, I still think Leona is a bit of a counter into Rakan, because if you try and charm or knock up Rakan, if Rakan tries to charm or knock up Leona, if she has her Shield of Daybreak ready to go already, she can just stun the Rakan. And then suddenly he gets in and he doesn't get back out. Ezreal Jin's more interesting one. We often do see the Jin being picked into the Ezreal. He trades harder early on. They just play very differently. I don't necessarily think Ezreal is a bad pick here, though, especially if you have a bit of tankiness. I do think J4 needs to go tank, though. Yeah, Rakan hates Morgana. Yeah, I remember like when Rakan was like super meta for a while, people were saying that the only real counter to Rakan was the Alistar, because you hit by him if he comes in. Or you're unbreakable. And people, I don't know why they didn't consider Leona a counter. I always thought she was. But, yeah, no, I like the Cell comp a lot. Kaboom, yeah, I feel like Kaboom, either Hirit needs to massively outplay, which, hey, it's always a win con for Kaboom. It is Hirit gaming. Or basically House needs to punish Stella's screw up. As long as Stella don't group up, they should be fine. And this comp does not want to group up that much. Like maybe Nuko and Aithuza might want to group up, but that's about it. Everybody else should be spaced out. Okay. Actually, I don't know why we don't see any Morgana nowadays, huh? He does really well into all these engage supports.
Mas do outro lado, eles não estão a fim de deixar passar. Eles querem o reverse sweep, e se eles querem fazer essa história, tudo passa por começar vencendo essa partida aqui e agora.
E a gente tá vendo já um avanço aqui rolando pela selva, mas por hora o pessoal da Kabum não quer jogar esse jogo mais fácil, mais tranquilo, não. Querem avançar um pouco mais, querem mudar essa atitude que eles precisam ter para conseguir esse reverse sweep aí, para fazer realmente
Kaboom with the early invade, okay.
Então por hora a gente vê que eles conseguem uma.
We've actually had some pretty interesting invades this week, I feel like. Last time we saw Morgana this year, it was jungle against 5. Oh yeah. Wait, was it this year? Or was it last year? CBLOL did it.
Nesse primeiro avanço aqui dos times até agora na série, tudo que a gente viu foi realmente aquele controle da selva muito importante por parte do time.
Okay, top lane spicy. Neither of them are running flash. It's exhaust against ignite in top lane. Okay. I don't hate it. I think the exhaust does a lot of work, and I'm glad somebody on Kaboom's side brought it. It was LPL Tarzan. I thought somebody in CBLOL did it last year. Maybe I'm probably misremembering. I hate Morgana jungle. I actually was a Morgana mid main for like the first 5-6 seasons of League. Back in Season 1, Season 2, she was really good because of Zhonya's and Deathcap used to be one item, Zhonya's ring. So she had a very, very efficient build in the past. And her ult ratio was 1.0 back in the day, which meant that it was actually 2.0 because Soul Shackles procs twice, and each time would proc a 1.0 AP ratio. So she used to be really best in mid lane. Last in the AP jungle, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just surprised we don't see more Morgana support, especially when Caitlyn's back in meta. Like, I get Lux Caitlyn is like the preferred binder, but I feel like Morgana Kate is better for like defensive play. Morg's out now is garbage. It used to be so good. Like a 2.0 AP ratio is like one of the highest in the game. Yeah, she stops like barely though. Okay, they changed it too. Like it used to be like she barely even hesitates when you press R. Like she breaks stride for like a split second, and with the slow was pretty much guaranteed. Also, mobility was not that big in Season 1 and Season 2. Mobility creep is unreal now. Like I said, I stopped playing it around Season 5, I think. Season 6.
O Rit já vai fazer seu retorno na base.
Also, it doesn't work in higher elo because everybody knows how to dodge top binding. But in low elo, Morg mid used to be very disgusting. The good old days. It was also very good against Sion mid back in the day when Sion had a point and click stun and was actually an AP mage. Because he had really good AP ratios. That was a wild world back when Sion was a mage. In low elo, she's still one of the most banned champs. Okay. That's surprising. I feel like I haven't seen her in solo queue for a long time either. Yeah, no, she's good. The bindings forever, if you can land it. Okay, do we see a Mewtwo gank early? That's my pressing urgent question right now. He's invading. They ping out the ward. Oh, he's not ganking. He just wanted to steal.
Fica aí a curiosidade, né? E opa, a curiosidade que também a gente vai ver por aqui é a chegada do Wiz. A gente falou sobre como esse gank no iniciozinho é importantíssimo. O Wiz não tem mais visão do próprio Zeca, está ali escondido no meio da fumaça. E exatamente por causa disso, por causa desse...
Okay, Wiz is first to look for the gank top. I do think top should be ganked pretty heavily. Like, neither of them are running Flash or Ghost. Like, no mobility summoners up top. Zekis is probably a lot safer. Because Akali at least still has dashes. Gwen has nothing. Hey, there we go. That's the sun we're talking about. Yeah, Jin just has higher early base damage numbers.
Melhor com essa pressão, tô conseguindo jogar muito melhor, executar melhor esse matchup. Quando passava lá o spec pelo bot, dava pra ver que
I'm actually surprised Zekis is down this much CS right now. That's almost 2 waves, and I know he's picking up a wave right now, but yeah. I think he's still down like 1.5 waves. 8 CS difference, yeah, 1.5 waves. 6 CS per wave.
E acho que é isso, acho que eles precisam revigorar, realmente achar aí. Como a Fogana falou, tá faltando ódio aqui em algumas jogadas, eu acho que é realmente encontrar ódio.
And so far, Mewtwo still no gank, almost level 6.
Obviamente, né? Obviamente.
Why do we see... I don't get why we keep seeing like Xinjiao, J4, you know, champions like that who have like really strong early ganks, and they just don't gank. Like, look, I get that you want to hit certain level points, but I think you can afford to like slow down a little bit. With the way the objectives are right now, it's not like level 6 is on a critical objective. He picked Ignite, he's losing lane. Well, to be fair, here it also picked Exhaust, right? Exhaust and Ignite, both of them are... I think Exhaust is stronger later, Ignite is stronger earlier, but yeah. Like, Exhaust still has its place to try and shut down the Akali. If Hirit was running Ghost and Zekis was still losing, then yeah, I think that then we've got problems. These jungles seem to gank top.
É termômetro de como pode funcionar esse jogo. A Kabum tem 3 jogadores aqui, enquanto a Estelar já se aproxima com 4.
Smite fight. Oh, nice. That shockwave did absolute zero. That's I like how Scourge is like, okay, we're losing the fight. I'm gonna try and take this dragon. I'm gonna do dragon. Unfortunately, Wiz already dead. Like, it just looks really funny. Like, Skuro's not wrong to do that necessarily. It just looked really funny. Zelda's the Wombo combo team. Power of friendship. Yeah. It's funny. Well, Kaboom also is Wombo combo with the Orianna Shockwave, right? But Orianna Shockwave does very little damage until you get items. You need at least 1 item. And preferably level 2 Shockwave. Like, it was a good Shockwave. Just not enough damage, and then repairs the flash away. Yeah, but good target selection from Stella. That's something I've always praised them for, was their decision making, and part of that's like their target selection. They take Wiz out immediately, so no smite contest. They get Dragon +1. And Stella has been like on these early dragons right away. This is probably the latest dragon they've taken, and it's like 7 minutes compared to the usual 6 minutes they're on. I think by the end of this year, Mewtwo might actually be LT South ready. Like, instead of ganks, Tuxi W7 might want to look at Mewtwo. Just saying.
escapar. E olha a postura também agressiva do próprio Zekas. Ele sabe que tem a chegada do meu Kyo. Sabe que o
ult.
cavalo também tá por ali. A
Oh.
ultimate é utilizada, mas nem precisava.
Oh,
O
Zekas.
Zekas vai tomando os tiros da torre.
Okay,
mas
they gave it
essa
to Reaper.
eliminação
That's
que
fine.
fica
That's
de troco,
actually kind of
fica
good.
nas mãos do próprio Reaper, enquanto o escuro vai de base nas mãos do Zequinha.
Zekas
Uma troca
no
justa aqui
TP,
pra
though.
Stellar, porque esse recurso
That
vai
is,
pras
that's good.
mãos justamente dessa Kali que precisa crescer. E, novamente, já iniciam esse próximo objetivo, que são as Vastilarvas. Vão ter a pressão aqui da rota do meio, então difícil pro Wiz e pro House encontrar
Kaboom
essa
gonna
brecha.
stop this?
Mas
They're-
agora com o
yeah,
teleporte,
that's why I
as coisas
said no TP
facilitam
is less
muito.
good.
Opa, o teleporte vem chegando. Já
Kaboom can
passou
numbers
pra sair de
overload.
dentro daquele covil e a aproximação
Oh.
do Stan.
Hello? Okay. I am
Também
not.
é
Okay. Oh, what's going on here?
E a
Hello?
aproximação do Wiz também é fundamental.
Why do they keep
É fundamental.
Assim, a sua ultimate. Eles também
I don't know what's
tinham
going on with the
gastado
stream.
bastante recursos ali pra conseguir
Yeah,
aquela
Rakan got the kill.
faixa
It's not the
aqui em
worst.
cima do
Exactly.
mapa.
Yeah.
Então eles fazem essa
It's
boa
more just that
atitude que eles
because
têm se
Zekas
afastado,
died with no TP
O Jarvan
available,
também tá com
Kaboom get
o
the
Agarra
grubs.
Brisa, se eu não me engano, que é o bichinho
Still at
azul,
least
então
get
não é um componente
not-
que vai
again,
dar
not the end of the world.
mais durabilidade pra ele, muito pelo contrário, é um bicho que dá mais velocidade pra ele por esse mapa. Então não era o mesmo momento de lutar, não fechou o seu primeiro item ainda, tá com o tunelizador somente agora. Então, ok, respeitaram isso, ainda assim garantiram uma Vastilarva pelo menos, e agora se reposicionam. Zekas tá em perigo.
Tá em perigo, a gente sabe que, bom, é uma Kali, né? É muito ensaboada, consegue fugir. E também sabe disso, o time adversário não vai ter esse foco em cima dele, mas ele já vai ali gravitando
Zekas?
na direção da moita e
Oh.
agora parou o Wiz, ele vai querer pegar esse cara. Ele já ativou aquela sua neva, mas na
Oh.
ultimate não tem como fugir. Já foi pego o controle.
Can he get away?
Entrando,
don't-
olha a agulhada
No.
pra cima do Zequinha.
No.
Ele não tem muito mais o que fazer. Ele
Ah, and
vai
Wiz
ser
flashed out.
abatido.
Clean.
E o
Very good
flash
from
por
Kaboom,
cima
very
da
clean.
parede é pro Wiz conseguir sair com vida.
Very clean.
Ótima execução aqui, parte do Wiz entendeu aqui que o Zekas não tava no melhor dos posicionamentos e o Zekas também tinha acabado de...
For a second, I was a little bit
Mas
worried
execução
for Wiz,
perfeita
but yeah, he had
pra
flash. He
conseguir
just flashed right over the
lá no
wall.
escuro, alguns
Good
minutinhos
punishment,
atrás,
Kaboom.
então não tava
Zekas, I think his shroud came in a bit too early. If you time it right, you can actually shroud. If you shroud after Cease and Desist gets clicked, you can actually
Boa
cancel it.
leitura da
So
Kabum de forçar isso o mais cedo possível, né? O professor até
probably
tinha
need to
acabado
just
de
hold it a
falar
bit longer.
Acabado não, mas você falou há pouco tempo sobre aquela coisa que a gente estava comentando, que faltava odd, que faltava acelerar, pisar nesse
Yeah, the
acelerador.
smallest of
E a
leads right now
jogada
is
do Wiz
Kaboom
foi
with
bem
that
legal
kill. Things
exatamente
are
pra
the
isso.
game is still
Então,
pretty even.
viram essa brecha,
And
colocam
skilling
essa
is good for
pressão
both
e
teams, so I don't think
tiraram
like
lá
one
essa
team
cara
gets to
de
skilling
jogo, não
advantage or
quero
anything.
discutir
It's
pra
really just
Kabum,
spawn
tá?
playing around
Porque
your power
é
spikes.
um dos grandes
Kaboom need at
danos
least one item.
que a Stellar
With the
tem,
tier
né? O
build for
Ezreal vai
House,
demorar
maybe
pouquinho
two
ainda,
items
então
would be a closer
vamos
time when they
agora
actually start to match
A
even.
gente comentou sobre como a vida do escuro pode ser
Stella's
complicada,
weakness is a little bit in the
da
bot lane,
entrada
and that
dessa
Cello
Kali,
is the
tem
same problem
também
with the tier
a entrada
build,
do
but
próprio Yone ali, do Aituza. Então você conseguir frear um pouco
you can
esses
technically
caras
fight without your AD
pode ser
carries early.
importante pra dar uma sobrevida. A gente já viu
You don't
como
really need
o
your AD
atirador
carries to like
do
later on.
time da Kabum já
I
sofreu
think Gwen's skills
naquela
really, yeah, exactly.
tentativa de-
Yeah, I mean, Gwen's skills hard, Akali's skills hard, Yone's skills hard.
Então, conseguir essa
Um,
parada, dar um pouco
To a lesser degree, the Jhin is still going to go pretty hard late game, so it can match the Ezreal as well. Because there's no true tank. Mukio is going for the bruiser build. House, with the shockwave, Orianna's skill is kind of weird, because you don't scale the same... Like, it's not like all your damage scales up, but the shockwave that hits is much more impactful. And the whole idea of shockwave is you need to just, like, kind of shock and awe. Like, cut at least half your health. So, that one ability does scale well. It's very, very hit or miss. Like, land your shockwave, did your job.
Mas a Kabum não vai deixar o objetivo por qualquer coisa. Talvez conteste, talvez não, mas baitar um teleporte seria a situação perfeita pros ninjas.
Eles aproveitam esse tempo do mapa, já começam a fazer esse objetivo, mas o Zekas é focado, são dois jogadores indo pra cima dele. Mas é uma ninja, já puxa a bomba de fumaça, já foge dali, já dá a saída. Mas enquanto isso, já tem aproximação, o ultimate do Reaper lá de trás. Abre as
Okay.
cortinas, o escuro é muito
Again, the
dano,
shockwave
mas
is
o
good
dano
on
contra
paper,
ele
it's just doing nothing. Oh, Aithuza got around.
aquele TP que você comentou, já
Oh!
mas ele continua insistindo. Já vai tentando jogar mais
Okay,
o jogador pro alto.
okay,
Enquanto
Mukio.
isso,
They
o
really want
Mukio
kills. Like, Mukio's just like,
de revesgueio,
zero hesitation to
chega
full
ao
send
abate
that.
pra cima do House, mas o preço acaba ficando um pouco mais caro do que poderia ser.
E nesse momento,
They really
agora
wanted
o
kills
Céu
on Aithuza.
defendendo a rota do meio
Holy.
aqui, não deixando o Hirit fazer esses avanços, mas ainda assim,
That's
mesmo
fine.
com essa vantagem toda, a Kabum consegue uma resposta singela, mas a Stellar Foguetinha
It's not ideal that they couldn't shove the kill onto Reaper. They tried.
Esse crescimento em termos de
Yeah, this is definitely the closest game we've had so far today. Also, because I think the drafts don't have like one team needing to scale up faster. It's pretty evenly matched at most stages of the game.
Quando a Kali tem a bomba de fumaça, fica muito difícil, né? Porque daí ela se defende muito bem. E aqui a resposta...
How's the shockwaves have been really on point, though? He's holding and waiting really, really well. It's just, again, no damage. I don't think he's completed first item yet. And that was a great flash from House. House is playing well. These are just not champions that give him the agency to take over a game. Yeah, I don't know if Mewtwo needed to die there, to be honest. Hello, Dark Knight. Hello, hello, welcome. Yeah, yesterday, unfortunately, the games ended before you could even join us, but today... I mean, it might still be a 3-0. We'll see how it goes. Oh, Zek is so dead. This Akali pick is not working out. Stella needs to camp the Akali lane a bit harder. Like, I don't think we've seen Mewtwo gank Zekas a single time, but we've seen Wiz up there like 3 times now. It could still be a speedrun, just not quite as fast. Because yesterday, no pauses. Today we had a pretty long pause to start, and then it was okay after that.
Daqui a pouco vai fechar o cria-fendas e aí o bicho começa a pegar.
Pra Gwen é um jogo muito livre aqui, é tudo que ela tá querendo, né? Ela já tem esses 2 abates, tá conseguindo trabalhar muito bem a sua rota quando ela encontrar a Kali. E quando o Hirit entrar pra essa luta vai ser muito problemático. A Aituza tá com pouca vida, tem que tomar cuidado.
Eita, o Aituza consegue voltar, né?
You trust Mewtwo? Mewtwo was playing very well today, to be fair. He played very well yesterday, too. He was the MVP yesterday.
A ultimate é boa, ele é forçado a usar o flash, mas também tem ultimate pra cima dele. O saque enterrado encaixa.
Oh, Wiz. Brother, Wiz. Why is his flash always up? What the hell? Oh, Zekas, please don't die again. Oh. Brother, Zekas. Zekas is not him, man, on this Akali. That's the second time he's died on the dive. Actually, that's not fair. Mewtwo did gank him once, because that was the other time he died. Was when Mewtwo ganked him. Oh, Dark Knight, this thing on the right here? This is like a translation thing. It's supposed to do like live translation, but as you can tell, the translation's not amazing. I think League's also kind of bad because there's a lot of like specific terms that it's not translating well. But yeah, I was trying to get this to work yesterday. But yeah, it's not great translation, but it's better than nothing because I don't understand any Portuguese. So sometimes, like, if I don't know what's going on or like there's a pause or something, I'm reading here to see if they talk about it. I mean, as chat, y'all are much better at translation, but. Yeah. It's funny though, reading sometimes what it translates. At one point earlier, they were talking about like Professor's hair loss, and I got very confused. I thought the translation thing broke, but they were just making fun of Professor. The Circuito podcast is kind of troll sometimes, but I like it. Okay. I think, despite the fact that Stella's up gold, Kaboom has actually started hitting the point where they should be able to be a bit scarier. But they're always slow. Like, Wiz is never there at the objectives first. Every single time, it's Mewtwo there first. Oh, they didn't pick it up. Damn it, Stella. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get it. Caballo hasn't flashed, no Hex Flash. But honestly, could they have picked it up? Okay, no, they couldn't have picked it up. That was very, very risky. There's too much CC in threat. I was wondering if like Aituza could have just sat on it, picked it up, and then like dash over the wall. You always talk about it, especially since Callismus is. See, if Callismus was on, it's fine, but it's like Andre and Fogetta today. Okay. Did they find Cavallo? Yeah. Oh. Okay. Wait, Aituza lives? It's a 1-for-1. Wow, this game. They can't get clean kills. I mean, every time Zekas dies, here it's trading 1-for-1, and this time they die by Aituza and they trade 1-for-1. Let's go. The team, these teams, okay. Stella, I don't know what Stella did, they got into like a 1 week hyperbolic time chamber, but they're actually matching hands with Kaboom, and it's not like Kaboom is like screwing up or anything. Like, no, Stella's just playing really well. That's crazy. I didn't think you could improve your hands that fast, like your mechanics in 1 week. Like, Stella has been struggling with mechanics the entire split, so it's not like it's new. Sorry, that's me catching up. Because I went back earlier to check if Miko and Aituza could have picked up Shelly, but they couldn't. Yeah, Stella has Mukyo specifically. Actually, no, it's not just Mukyo. Stella as a team have these objectives on lock. They're always there first together as a team. Even the 2 grubs that they lost, they were actually there first. It's just that Zekas was dead and had no TP. But Stella got there and set up first. And now even the red buff's getting stolen away. Sheesh.
Terceiro buff do dragão, próximo é alma. Então vai se criando aqui um clima terrível pros Ninjas.
Terrível, realmente é o que vai acontecendo. Tudo vai desandando, descarrilha o trem da Kaboom.
Okay, the lead still isn't that big though. Like, this is still very playable for Kaboom, especially if Hirit can continue dominating the 1v1. Just wait until Trajan hears about how Aituza finds easy volleying house. So, spoiler guys, I know Trajan lurks from time to time in the channel. I think now it's too late, like in the day for him, but usually like the first couple of games, Trajan might lurk. So, pretty sure he saw how I was getting bodied by Aituza. Yeah, Aituza is popping off. I think that the biggest improvement for me for Aituza, in the mid lane specifically, is that he's now playing more for early game. He's not just sitting back and farming. This is more like Aituza back in, like, 2 years ago? Before he went into CB LoL. Good play from Solo. That shockwave did nothing to Mukyo. Mukyo was just like, bet. Damn. Reaper stole the kill again. Oh, yo. Okay. Hirit's sitting like a truck. Hirit's actually carrying this? 1 for 3 is pretty good. Can Zekas find more? He's got perfect execution still. Oh, really nice CC. Really nice CC. That chain from Kaboom was beautiful. That's the hands we wanted to see and expected from Kaboom. Yeah, they're rising up to match Stella. Really well played. This is why Ezreal can be played into Vi still, if you're playing defensively. But yeah, the shockwave wasn't the problem. It was kind of the follow-up damage. Unfortunately, a lot of CC dumped onto Mukyo and not enough burst coming from Stella. It's important to note the entire time Aituza split pushing bot side. And Zekas took a while to get here too.
Eles foram forçados à luta e o engage que o Wiz deu foi num time muito bom.
Okay.
Conseguiu achar uma brecha.
Yeah, Stella's still getting a lock on objectives though. They're still able to get that. Lunar, did we do Gringos? No. We're doing it tomorrow morning, 9:30 Pacific time. Cavallo went back in to try and peel for Zekas and Solo. It did not work. But to be fair, I think that's like a whole team, like, yeah, just Stella as a whole just, I think, overestimated what they were able to do. They've been matching hands so well this game, I kind of understand why that might be the case. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. How is Yone balanced? Why are we picking more Yone? Yone is so busted. What the actual hell?
Eu até queria chamar a atenção que até minutos antes daquela luta que a gente viu ali que a Kabum conseguiu sair com a melhor e virar ouro, eu tava pensando,
I wish it showed the total gold, because I suspect Hirit might have more gold than Aituza, and it doesn't even matter. Actually, no, probably not. The CS count's a lot lower for Hirit, so... Still, I don't imagine the difference in gold is that big between Aituza and Hirit right now. That's just crazy. I can't.
A gente estava comentando como o time da Stellai estava dominando as ações, em questão de objetivo eles continuam à frente, agora em questão de torres estão empatados, mas no quesito ouro, a Kabum tem essa vantagem. E agora, meio minuto para a gente ter uma briga que pode ser uma das mais importantes da partida até aqui. esse quarto dragão que vem chegando pode ser o quarto dragão da Stellai. Aqui a gente vai observando a movimentação do Zekas, que vai colocar mais uma torre estendida no chão, porque ele tem o teleporte, pode chegar pra briga, mas enquanto isso a Kabum é quem vem tentando puxar o gatilho. São 5 jogadores, todo mundo ocupando a região inferior do rio.
E honestamente a Kabum nem, da Stellai nem precisa lutar esse
800 gold doesn't mean anything. The same way like earlier 600 gold didn't mean anything for Stella. It's still done to execution. Oh, we are TP. We want this fight from Stella. Do they know? They saw him. They saw Zekas coming in. Oh, Zekas is so dead. Zekas is not having a good game, guys. Oh, he actually gets out. Damn, Zekas actually did something really useful there. Because he pulled away. Was it House or Herod? Whoever went after him meant that Kaboom couldn't do the 5v4 on the other side. Damn, that actually worked out. I'm surprised. Zekas for soul, yeah. That's actually huge. I thought Zekas was going to get wiped and then Kaboom was just going to collapse on the other side, but oh.
Então vamos falar de outra banda dessa época. Cadê as razões e as emoções? Aqui não tem razão não.
Wait, can Aithusa find the kill? He has ult. Good dodge from House. Really good dodge from House. Well played, well played. House still got hands. Old man House is still a thing. Why is my stream buffering so much there? I think it's because I keep playing with the speed settings.
O meu Kyo ainda vinha se aproximando para ajudar o seu companheiro, mas vai só fazer aquela limpezinha, ainda tenta pegar um pouco de visualização para saber quem tá por ali, mas já era seu companheiro, seu mid-laner já foi.
Yeah, I mean the exhaust came down from Herod as well though, so I actually don't know if he would have been able to. But yeah, it was pretty close. I mean, that's in a 1v3 situation too. Like, Yone just busted, man. Just for con things. Ooh. Yukio? Yeah, good block from Yukio. I feel so bad for Zekas. Like, he's not been able to play this game. All his plays are backfiring on him. I mean, if the game goes long enough, it doesn't even matter, but it just feels really bad for Zekas.
Voltando pro jogo agora, e isso deu tempo pra Kabum fazer uma boa resposta nessa parte de baixo do mapa, travou o avanço da Stellai no mid. Eles precisam da presença desse
2.6k gold advantage for Kaboom. Damn. Kaboom starting to pull ahead again with hands.
Ainda mais ouro na mão da Kabum, que tá com a vantagem abrindo cada vez mais.
Yeah, I think Stella need to slow down the game a little bit. I think they got a little bit too hypey. They had a very good early game. But they're starting to slip up a little bit in these skirmishes. And look, if you're trading objective for gold, for kills, I kind of get it. But at this point, like, if you keep giving free gold over, the next objective is Elder, or the next big dragon, pardon me, is Elder. You can lose Baron, you cannot give Kaboom Elder. If Kaboom get Elder, they just win the game.
Porque a Kabum vai tentando voltar no jogo e ainda falta alguma coisa. Daqui a pouquinho eles vão garantindo alguns objetivos, a gente vai comentar de novo como esse Hirit tá forte. E agora, mais um grande objetivo aparecendo. Barão já está em Summoner's Rift.
E um cara que não apareceu muito nessa partida porque tá muito difícil ele fazer essas entradas é justamente o Celo, porque a gente vê... Porque as entradas que a Stellai faz...
I feel like Celo is playing with fire right now.
Ele acompanha, mas ele não vai
He's got no backup nearby.
Igual o Yone faz, igual o Makali faz, mas eu acho que um cara que tá conseguindo ser um grande alicerce
da
Kabum mesmo.
We went for Shojin's the Bruiser build. I really don't like the Bruiser build for Ryukyu right now.
Ele vem sendo o grande cara que vem encontrando essas brechas e que vem achando...
Especially when you've got the Yone and Akali already. You've got enough damage. You don't need that.
De volta e vai ser mais uma eliminação, provavelmente.
Já vai ter que se reposicionar com a ultimate, mas já era. Tava alocado nele, ele vai
tentar
garantir essa distância. O Roger não consegue, agora sim ele usa o ultimate. Certo
Oh,
demais, aproximação do meu Kyo.
nicely played from Liz. Yeah, okay, Stella's just dying in the 1v1s and 2v2s right now. They need to stop and they need to start grouping up. They have a pretty decent team fight. They need to play the team fight. Stella's dying over here too. Another 2 easy free kills for Kaboom. Goldie continues growing. Meanwhile, Zekas can't do anything. And Cavallo is just sitting in a corner by himself. As a support, that is terrible. No clean 3-0 today, I guess.
Fazer um bom trabalho. Agora o Zekas continua puxando a rota de cima, mas André, com toda a pressão que eles colocaram em cima do Aithusa e também do Celo, esse barão tá totalmente free pra Kabum. O Kyo tá chegando.
Se aproximar mais a galera, tanto o Hirit quanto o Reaper vão
I don't know, man.
de afastá-lo de dentro desse covil.
If you want to be tired, go on a vacation with your buddies. Don't stay at home alone. Did Zekas get a turret? I shouldn't even notice. Hold on. Did Zekas actually get a turret? Yeah, I'm going to rewind a little bit. Yeah, he did get a turret. Okay. Okay. Zekas did something, guys. Let's go. He's coming back into the game bit by bit. I know I'm joking about it and kind of making light about it, but genuinely for Stella, getting Zekas back in the game is actually kind of important. Like, if Zekas was actually a threat, this fight's a lot easier. Oh, they win anyways. Holy crap. Yone's a thing. Yone is a disgusting thing that should not be allowed. Despite that, Kaboom still answers 3 for 3. Oh, Aithusa just picked up an IE. Freaking GG. I want to replay on that. I don't think Stella should have won that fight, but they did. Oz actually plays this really well. Okay, Aithusa came in like a wrecking ball at the end there. Oh, beautiful catch from Aithusa. That was through exhaust, by the way. Like, he had exhaust running on him, I think, when the damage component hit. Yeah, Aithusa is popping off. I think for me, this series, Aithusa and Cavallo for MVP. I would put Cavallo first, followed by Aithusa. But if Aithusa can do another triple kill or finds like another critical fight, then maybe they're... Oh! Zekas dodged the shockwave! Oh, but Hirich is gaming anyways. Oh, okay, this could be huge. Genuinely, shockwave down? This is very fightable for Stella. Where's Aithusa? Aithusa wants to go in, man. Needle work down, shockwave down. What more could you ask for? Oh, and Elder just spawned. Wait, Kaboom might have lost the game off of this. Depends. Wiz. Can Wiz steal this? If Wiz can steal this, Kaboom win. If not, Stella should win this. Zekas taking a lot of damage though, just trying to walk in there. Oh no, Aithusa whiffed! We're 50-50 in this. Let's go! Mukio gets it! Oh, are they gonna lose the fight? No shot. No way we get Elder and lose fight. Cello wants this so badly. Cello and Aithusa are so hungry. Oh, Needlework came back up. That's one execute. That's two. No! It doesn't get it! Oh, Zekas! Holy crap, it took 30 minutes and an Elder Drake, but they finally did it. Zekas is back in the game. Aithusa and Zekas, the sole leaders, are carrying. Holy crap. Aithusa refuses to lose. Holy crap. Holy crap. I love Stella, man. Yesterday's games with Stella were so fun too. Kaboom and Ula and IDL burning money for nothing. I don't know, man. Like, a lot of Kaboom's falling apart. Flamengo fell apart. Like, hey. I don't know, maybe guys, just maybe, we should develop talent. Maybe promo relegation's a good thing. Holy crap. Wait, the shockwave came up, right? Yeah, shockwave came up and actually hit Mukio. Wait, did it not hit Mukio? That's so weird. Okay, this thing's delayed too. Yeah, I don't know. House kind of wasted the shockwave too. Like, they stalled long enough that the shockwave and needlework came back up, but using shockwave on Mukio solo was not it, man. Okay, I think I MVP Aithusa this series. His Yone game is just absolutely nuts, and his Galio game was pretty good too. They've got 30 seconds in Elder. What can they find? They want one more kill, at least. Yeah, I think Zekas is actually legitimately back in the game now with Zhonya's. I think he's still behind Hirich, sure, but he's got damage threat. That's all he needs. For more relegation's a short-term gain and a long-term loss. I think it depends on the region, Lunar. We've had this discussion before. I think it depends on the region. For LTA South, low-key, I kind of agree. For LTA North, I heavily disagree. For LPL, I disagree. I think LPL benefits from promo relegation a lot.
que já vai chegar. O time
LCK?
tá de olho também, já controlam visão.
LCK, I think, actually doesn't need promo relegation. Like, they actually do promote their twos.
Para tentar finalizar a série.
E a gente tá vendo aqui o avanço aqui justamente por conta desse controle de
But I do love the fact that like we are seeing that younger hands, newer players are beating some of the old heads that have been in the league, have been in CBLOL forever. Like, I'm not saying House and Wiz, or heck even Herrit, are bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Stellar kind of kicking their asses right now.
Eles não têm visão, eles não sabem que ele do Zekias tá por ali, mas ele tá completamente sozinho no meio de
Yeah, which is why I think promo relo is important for LPL. There we go, there's the Zonias. Wait, Zekias ran the wrong way. Zekias, you troll! You're going the wrong way! Okay, never mind. He's not trolling. I didn't see that they were embarrassed. I don't know, I feel like Zekias could have run to the team and they could have wiped us.
E a gente vê agora que acabou aproveita esse abate para justamente manter esse avanço nas rotas.
But okay, Zekias didn't troll. He was just trying to help his team get burned. And they actually don't even lose the turret. Nice. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. They do lose the turret. They should lose the turret. Or the death of Zekias. Mastermind Zekias that way. Man, I wonder what the comms were at that moment when. Oh, nice. Mukio's chasing so far for this. That's fine. That's okay. Oh, Wiz dies. He's got GA though. Popping the GA is good for Stella. Oh, they might actually get the kill anyways. I don't think Zekias can. I don't think Wiz can get out. Yeah. Brother Cavallo almost stole that. Oh. Wait, what the? I think so ulted over the wall. That was so funny with the Fog of War. Like, he vanishes and then just pops right back up again. Yo, Mukio, wrong way, buddy. Yep, Mukio went the wrong way. He took extra turret shots for no reason. Is this game? Can Stella end on this? They've got 4v2. And those are squishies. They just need somebody to engage. Oh. Yo, Reaper came out like a rocket. Beautiful stun too. Does it change anything? I don't know if it does. Nope, it doesn't. They win this. Stella's doing it. Stella's doing it. Stella, oh my goodness. Absolute cinema, let's go. Guys, do we believe that Stella can actually run the gauntlet? Like, up against those Grandes, do we think they could take those Grandes? I don't know, the improvement level from Stella is insane right now. Like, just between here and here and here is already like massive improvement every single time. This is crazy. Holy crap. Is actually nutty. Stella's clutching up. Solo for CBLOL! Now, this one is Aithuza and Cavallo today. I wonder who they give MVP to. I would give it to Aithuza myself. That game, game 3, Aithuza refused to lose. Holy crap. Imagine the team that picked MF and Jin couldn't overcome the O2. Hey, there was one game they didn't pick Jin or MF and they still lost that. Lunar, so hate the players, not the game. Hate the org, not the champs. And you can see, Jin actually did pretty decent work. House played really well, by the way, on this Orianna. Considering that Orianna is not a champion with a lot of agency, I think he did pretty much everything right. Hair did really well as well. This bot lane was the issue. Jin, Rakan... yeah, that's not fair. Reaper did some work, but Screw was... I can't even really say Screw did anything wrong, but it just felt like they needed more from Screw.
Eu acho que a Estelar se estendeu demais aqui.
Eu acho que esse é o grande problema da Estelar. Eu acho que no momento que eles começam a garantir essas vitórias, conseguem essas pequenas vitórias dentro da partida, eu acho que eles acabam empolgando demais, mas eu acho que o grande ponto
yeah, I don't know, man. Kaboom, I think it's Kaboom. There's a lot going wrong with that team right now. I do not understand how a team with Wiz as your jungler and Ranger as your coach cannot seem to get their macro together. They gave up every single objective this game. Like, Wiz was never there on time. Kaboom was never there on time. That is a team issue. That is arguably a coaching issue. Like, I don't know. It feels like these teams with all the old CBLOL players, they're just not working together as a team. Jin's damage is fake. How is it fake, Lunar? Like, it wasn't enough, I'll give you that, but I don't see how it's fake. This was the one moment where Kaboom could have turned things. Where is Wiz, by the way? Oh, Wiz is stunned up outside turret. Oh, Cavallo. Cavallo, my horse. Is that an upgrade from a goat to be a horse? Hey, welcome back, Oxen. Happy to Stella made it. Listen, Kaboom was such a disappointment in the beginning. No. If they do, you'll root for them. The only team in the city match person. Yeah. That's true. Like, I thought Stella was going to be a good team, but I did not expect like a top 4 performance from them. Like, I thought they were going to be top of the middle of the pack. I am so happy that they're doing so well. Los is going to be hard, though, because Los actually feels like a good team. Like, they have macro, they have micro. So far, they played against Corinthians, who have questionable micro and questionable macro. Then they played against Kaboom, who has really good micro, but no macro. And then now they're going up against Los. It feels like this is the power-up arc, you know? Like, it's the slow increase in difficulty in the lower bracket for Stella. If they can beat Los, then they go up against the final bosses of the Academy teams. It would be such a crazy story if Stella won all of it. I don't think they can, but it'd be such a crazy story. I'd be here for this. Don't know both Los and Kaboom. You're pretty disappointed. Kaboom is the worst team, but Los is proud. Really? I thought Los was actually good. I still, yeah. I think Los is good. Like, besides the Academy teams, I thought Los... Yeah, I thought Los is like number 3. Like, there was the Academy teams up top, and then there's like Los. And then I thought there was like a huge drop to Kaboom, and then another drop into Stella. Was where I thought it was. But today Stella suddenly grew hands. I don't know how they did this in 1 week, but I am super impressed with Stella. Didn't do anything. He was just shooting full HP targets that won't die. Okay. I see what you mean, Lunar. Okay. You're actually rooting for them against those. You want to those who had much higher expectations, they even did a boot camp. All for them to play not so great game. Sure, I can get behind like the fact that they are not performing as well as the amount of resources put into them. Sure. I'm rooting for Stella, man. I love the underdog story. I love that Stella beat Kaboom. To me, that was like a massive sort of like checkpoint for them. Because Kaboom just smashed their hands. So, yeah. Absolutely happy for Stella, man. And I like, you know, I've always been a proponent for Stella. I didn't think he was a problem in CBLOL. I thought he was... I think he's good. I think he deserves a shot in the sun, so... deserves to go back up to CBLOL. Mukio has been a huge turnaround story for me. I did not like Mukio when I saw him in CBLOL, but he's improved so much and he looks really good in the Academy. I still think he's over-aggressive, but it kind of works with the Stella team, so that's fine. And Zekus is the other one who I think has really impressed me this year. This split so far, like, Zekus actually looks pretty good. I mean, I know Game 3 was still kind of exhaust. I don't think he's like super clever level yet, which is one of the problems I think they'll have against those Grandes, but the improvement from Zekus is crazy. Cavallo is the other one who I think is like CBLOL ready. Like, he's tier 1 ready, LTS ready.
Lembrei.
You're gonna root for celebrating on frauds, but besides that, yeah, makes sense the Academy being... Only the 3 is going to face a show, which is... Is it 3? I thought only top... Wait. How's the bracket go again?
Mas o primeiro passo é você conseguir voltar, né, se segurar nas primeiras partidas que também a gente falou, ó, vai ser muito difícil. Só que eles conseguiram ir passando de obstáculo em obstáculo.
I've used Wikipedia because they have the promotion thing. Yeah, it's only top 2 teams, right?
Bom, e a gente tem que coroar aqui grande destaque. Acho que o Aituza, como o André falou, fez jogo sensacional. O Cavalo também jogou muito bem. Mas o destaque dessa partida, e ouso dizer o destaque desta semana, porque foi MVP ontem também, fica...
They came to Mukio again?
Terminou aí com... absurdo. A gente sabe.
Why is it Mukio again?
Assistências. Ele que ontem trouxe Kindred.
They gave it to Mukio yesterday. Okay, look, yesterday I was fine with giving it to Mukio. I just think that Cavallo and Aituza are getting really robbed right now. So,
depois esse último jogo trouxe o Jarvan. E
I
aí
don't
a
know,
gente
man.
começa a ver que
I
o
don't
cara
know.
que consegue se adaptar muito bem no Fearless Draft.
if they're top 1 and 2, the third is the one who faces
Galera,
Astro, which is not good.
complicado.
So I'm actually not sure about that, Arxon. I know I heard some people saying that in the north, to be fair, but it's the same, right? North and south are the same for promotions. That first 2 seeds can still play and qualify. It's just that if say Red or Cade win the promo tournament, they cannot promote, but the players could go up in a different and under a different name. Like Red A could become like INTZ Red, for example, as an example, right? Like that's what some people were saying. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, there's like not enough information in the promo tournament, so I don't know if he'll play. But
Corinthians está eliminado, Kabum e DR também.
Yeah, Split 1 is kind of worthless, which is the problem because Split 2 is going to be a lot shorter than Split 1, which is really weird when Split 2 is the promotion split. So, yeah, I feel like they should have done the short split as Split 1 and then the long split as Split 2, but we'll see how it goes.
Super semana de circuito desafiante. A gente tem então
LA
esse confronto da
and ACL and
chave
CD don't play each other. That is better if that's the case.
A gente também tem o confronto da
Yeah.
chave
I would love American
final
Challengers too. I really am sad that they just did it once. Like, especially since Brazil won. I wanted to see it again. Like, I want to see North America try and get their revenge. You know, that sort of story. Nobody's using that cursed name, RMC. INTZ Red. That's why I used the name.
Na quarta-feira. Então é um atrás do outro.
That's a throwback, man. I think if I talked about INTZ Red, probably only like 4x4 would know what I'm talking about. In the LCSL broadcast. That's it. Okay, that said, yeah, we're done for today till next week. And then next week, I believe we'll be starting with the upper bracket. Next week is 3 days. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. And it will be Stella promoting up here. So we get to see the Academy teams clash, which for my money is probably going to be the Grand Finals matchup. So we might get to see them clash like potentially 10 games. That's going to be exciting for me. This is high skill level. This one's the one I want to watch the most though, because I think Stella's Cinderella run is insane. And if Stella wins again, holy crap. This will be a stacked week if Stella can win. Be super fun. But doing 7-1s like crazy. What? How is it a 7-1? Okay, anyways, we're done for today. Another 3-0 sweep. I'll see you all this weekend. I won't be casting, but I'll be in chat. So, yeah. I'll see you all in chat on this weekend. Peace, guys. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, hold up. That's Slider Lunar. Just so you know, I don't pick my games and I don't pick the schedules. So, I'm not saying that Dia doesn't pick me paid, but I'm just saying that I don't choose my games, okay?